Yeah. Hey man, all I'm saying is, nigga, you always got something to say. It's like you don't shut up.
On the track.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Single Michael fled high, I ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hot and black was never on your side. They do maps to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this by definition. If being savage was our nature, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens. Instead of showing you how to live and how to maintain business. White supremacy fake. Only way that shit real is if you do what they say.
Suave on the track.
Work is on its way, boy.
Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the street.
I sold my heart right to the streets and I can't play with that. This shit that I did for the streets, I'm not gon' talk about that. I bought my youngins a new 40, told them play with that. So when them niggas spin the black, how you gon' play with that? Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Lay it down on the back blocks that I died in the streets. 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks that I died in the streets. Body's on my conscience, and I won't let it. Paranoia taking over, I won't let it. Out your right mind, you won't sober. Know the streets took a toll on you, but you a soldier. This shit I seen too many times before. Drugs taking over, they won't let them go. They make a wrong move, fuck it, we gon' let it blow. He just let me know that niggas' minds ain't right. Only killing for protection. My young niggas got obsessions. For that clout, they gon' press him. Consumed by the hate, another snake that's gon' bless him. He's supposed to be your brother, but he's screaming out that slime shit. Got a blood oath with my family, that's my tie. Y'all put your faith in me, and now we got it, we gon' all shine. And that's my word to the streets. 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 That's my word, yeah. I sold my heart right to the streets and I can't play with that. This shit that I did for the streets, I'm not gonna talk about that. I bought my youngins a new 40, told them play with that. So when them niggas spin the black, how you gon' play with that? Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks that I died in the streets. 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks that I died in the streets.
Father God, first I ask for forgiveness. I ask that you look past our times that we have fell short. Father God, for our ones who do not know your love, Father God, I know that is my purpose to be a lighthouse in your grace. Wherever you lead my steps, whatever obstacle or hardships to come, I pray that you give us strength in the face of the enemy. Father God, thank you for listening to my soul. Amen.
I sold my heart right to the streets and I can't play with that. This shit that I did for the streets, I'm not gonna talk about that. I bought my youngins a new 40, told them play with that. So when them niggas spin the black, how you gon' play with that? Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks that I died in the streets. 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks that I died in the streets.
So dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? Eat $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah, God's children. Give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God of Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English potted on our homes. Tribal families turned on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to something. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Say you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. You stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master, who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God is never our vernacular.
See, my life has been in motion. I'm a little windy. I'm not giving up yet. If you with me, time to place up your bet. Ain't no turning back, got niggas who ran. When we caught his ass, got caught in that jail. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, you know who I am. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. Fake love, that snake you in your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it.
We're still here. I still have my practices. We know who we are. This is who we are. So you can call me colored, you can call me Negro, you can call me black.
Oh, man. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me.
What kind of Indian are you?
Like Tonto Indian?
Shinnecock Indian.
Really? You're a Shinnecock?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you were a Shinnecock.
You could have fooled me.
That's the kind I am.
Hey.
So you should be Big Chief Bastard, not older.
His family was here when Columbus landed, huh?
Is that right?
Yes.
So you are not a black man, you're an Indian?
I'm an Indian.
No kidding. Yeah. Now, this is a shock.
We are learning more to...
I don't need no gun to do my thing. Mao Zedong said that power grows out the barrel of a gun. He never said that power was a gun. That's why I don't need no gun to do my thing. What I need is some freedom. What I need is the power to determine my destiny.
Whatever it takes. Alleyway.
Coco, this your season right now.
They won't see me. They won't let me share.
I gotta sleep with one eye open, you been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid. Yeah. I won't let them yeah. They won't see me yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, you been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid. Yeah. I can't let them yeah. They won't see me yeah. I put attention, all of my blood, all of my veins. They started with Perky, now that hair right up his veins. You started with serving, now them drugs drove you insane. Started with dealing, I grew up with killers, they taught me the game. I got some niggas that die behind, and that shit won't never the same. I know some niggas that lie behind, and that bullet had his name. Ain't no reason to cry about, cause that shit won't never change. MTF the 4th and P, my niggas can't get out the game. I gotta sleep with one eye open, you been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stern. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid. Yeah. I won't let them yeah. They won't see me yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, you been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stern. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I can't let them care, yeah. They won't see me care, yeah.
Lost, see, I glossed too, and shit ain't been the same. Heard the ops talking to the...
Shout out to everybody in the building. Peace and love to all the American Aborigines, man. Make sure y'all thumb up the video, support the channel. I know the mic was muted. I'll be fucking up. Players fuck up. Players fuck up. You understand me? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, smack that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. Drop a fire emoji in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. And also, let me know what city and what state y'all from. I mean, this is the Wake and Bake Show. Let me know what city, what state y'all in from. What y'all smoking on this Grand Router. Let me know what y'all smoking on this Grand Router. We got a couple woods lit up. You know what I'm saying? We ready to go. We locked and loaded. You understand me? We ready to get it in. On my mama. So shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to all the American Aborigines, man. I got a dope-ass live stream set up for you guys. Y'all see I got my beads on today. Y'all see I got my beads on today. Let me shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building that's not able to comment. Shout out to you guys. Peace and blessings, nothing but love coming from this side. Make sure y'all be safe, be aware, stay vigilant, stay dangerous. All right. I'm also going to shout out to some of the brothers and sisters that is in the chat that took their time out to comment. You know what I mean? So we got to take my time out to shout out y'all. Shout out to my brother, Supreme Chief Billy Goat Holiday. Supreme Holidays. Shout out to Supreme Chief, man. Make sure y'all show my brother some love. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, make sure y'all run over there, subscribe real quick. Shout out to my brother, Chief Holiday. Shout out to Dixie Normus. Dixie, what's going on, sister? Ohio in the building. Ohio in the building. Shout out to Dream Wake. Shout out to Manguza. All right. Shout out to Chief Courtney Michelle. Shout out to TT Portier. Shout out to Khalil Finch. Who else we got? Shout out to Trop Moses, Esau 1415, Empress Goddess Namas. Shout out to Tansy V. Shout out to True One, Chief Crazy Overstanding. All right. Shout out to Empress Goddess. Shout out to Carmen Shabazz, the real mother of nature. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to all the empresses in the chat. We got to give a special shout out to the empresses out there. Double shout out to them. I mean, show some extra love. You got them. Shout out to Burlell Crunch. Shout out to Dre Cobb's Music. Shout out to N. Jones. Shout out to Craig. Shout out to George Richard Witchard the third. Shout out to American Aboriginal. Shout out to Chick Harmony Roots, Leonidas, Greg Lewis, the Prophet Levi. Shout out to the Prophet Levi, man. Shout out to Cool Face in the building. We got Cool Face in the building. We got Kenneth Dorsey in the building. We got Live Wu-Tang Clan, Live Wu-Tang Clan, whatever they say. I don't know what context is that in. I believe that's everybody in the building, man. If y'all can let me know what y'all smoking on this Grand Router. What it? Dixie, it's all good. We shout out the family over here, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dixie Normus one more time, man. Shout out to Kenneth. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to Chick on the Roof. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. You know we do the real shout outs, man. Shout cuz out, man. We ain't playing no games. We here for this. You understand me? That shit hot. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah. See, I got the beads on today. Shout out to my big brother A1, man. A1 made these for me. These are handmade beads. You know what I mean? From an Atanchan given to an Atanchan. You understand me? And this is for the science and the archaeological branch. You understand me? Look at that. They gave me a moon rock in that bitch with the feathers. Shout out to my brother A1, man. He stay looking out for a brother. I done had these for about a year or two now. Shout out to my brother A1. Matter of fact, I had them for 2 years now. I love these beads, man. These beads mean a lot for Big A1 to take his time out, put these together, put his energy in it, and then give it to me, man. It's a beautiful thing. Shout out to my brother untouching this one. Shout out to Supreme Chief Holiday. Wait for what, nigga? You want me to wait for? Shout out to Snake, Haruda Duke of Great Lakes, Be More Bigfoot, Aubrey Logan, Papa Gun. Oh man, who else we got up in here? We lit. Khalil Finch, what you smoking on, gangster? You smoking on, gangster? North American Negro Nation, what up, though? Papa Tone FOH, what up, though? Chief, you see what I'm saying? I got the beads, fam. I got the beads, nigga. Got the beads. Handmade by the Tanchan. You understand me? Handmade by the Tanchan. Happy Friday. Is it Friday? Today Friday? Nigga cuz said happy Friday. Nigga, it ain't even Friday. Oh no, he said happy Friday Eve. My bad. Happy Friday Eve to you. Man, listen, I ain't smoking good unless y'all smoking asteroids, man. Make sure y'all go shop with my brother, DEVXF Hefe. Smoke on the best herb on the planet, man. Hand grew and everything processed by an aboriginal. There's no added chemicals, nothing. You understand me? Hey, I'm waiting on the bout drip too, man. Any drip, I need to send me all drip, man. I need to send me all drip. Got the stones and the bud. Hey, you understand me? We rocked up with it. Shout out to my boy Ed Thompson this one. You know, we got rocked up. We rocked up too, though. We got the beads and we got the. Whew. You understand me? Hey, on me, I'm ordering some asteroids. I was looking at it the other day. Boy, if you was looking at it, you should have ordered right then and there. You should have DM'd them, been like, yo, I want this, that, and the third. Goddamn. You know, I got like 3 different flavors. Right now. You understand me? I'm in New Mexico right now. Shout out to New Mexico, Hyena Chief. What's up with it? Where can people find asteroids gas? You got to find it on Instagram, man. My boy Hefe will be in here later on. I might get him to join the panel to talk about some of his brand, what y'all can do. You can ship it out. It can get to you from anywhere in the world, man. I'm over here on the East Coast and I'm smoking asteroids. Asteroids is a West Coast company, independently developed. Shout out to my boy Harlan Hefe, independently by Aboriginal. Yeah. Doing my archaeology right now. Okay, that's what's up, Hyena Chief, man. Let me know if you need assistance. Big Ab is the chief archaeology on site. So if you need me to come through, you know I'm coming through. I'm coming through with my khakis, my bucket. You understand me? And we getting it in. On my mama. I'm waiting for my order now. Yeah, that's what's up, man. It'll be there soon. Don't even trip. It'll be there real soon. Some of the best smoke you can ever process in your life. Hey, and listen, if you ain't smoking asteroids, man, asteroids the planet, man. It's the best. It's the only Aboriginal smoke quality that you can find in the world, man. And like I said, we coming out with them bout woods. We about to have big bout woods and them bout rolling papers for y'all coming soon, man. Coming real soon. Just stay on the lookout. You know what I mean, on my mama. Everything gonna work out perfect. You understand me? But yeah, man, since we here, man, what y'all got going on? How y'all feeling this grand rising? Y'all good? Y'all ready to get into it? Somebody said I got a few sites. That's what's up, West Texas, New Mexico area. Hey, man, I want to say this once again while we got a decent crowd in here. We got 117 in here. If you have not purchased the pay-per-view, the American Gods that went down last Sunday, make sure y'all go purchase that pay-per-view, the American Gods. Damn, I need to put that in the description. I'll put it in the description once I start. But yeah, man, make sure y'all go support that, man. The American Gods. If y'all have not purchased that, make sure y'all go purchase that. You can look in the video from yesterday or the day before. Go to the description box. You can simply purchase the pay-per-view, man. Make sure y'all support the movement. Classic pay-per-view. Y'all gonna want to get that. A lot of information that sums up and add in and add clarity to a lot of the research that a lot of you guys are already doing. It just connects the dots for you. We just connect the dots for you. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody that's in here. We're gonna get to this. We're gonna get to this, man. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? If y'all ready, man, hit that like button, man. If y'all ready, hit that like button. If y'all ready, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to thumb up the video, support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, shout out to my boy. Let me shout out to a couple of the brothers and sisters that did support the channel. Because a couple of the brothers and sisters did support the channel. Gotta shout them out. Gotta shout them out. Definitely gotta shout them out. Let me get to that right quick. Let me shout these two brothers and sisters out. Shout out to my boy Dre Cobb Music for supporting the channel, sending in the $2 Cash App donation. We appreciate all the support. Shout out to my boy Craig for sending in the $2 Cash App donation as well, supporting the channel, man. The $2 challenge is still in effect. Y'all can support the channel. $2 ain't gonna hurt nobody. We got 125 in here. Support the movement. And we got William Wilson as well. Shout out to William Wilson for sending in the $6 Cash App donation, supporting the channel, sending in the Cash App donation. Make sure y'all show some love to Dre Cobb's Music. Shout out to my boy Craig Lloyd. And shout out to William Wilson for supporting the channel. Make sure y'all show some love in the chat, man, for them brothers for supporting the channel. Make sure y'all support the channel. Don't leave them brothers out here to be the only ones to support the channel, man. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right into this heat, man. We ain't even going to hold you up any longer.
And in this particular lecture, I'm going to cover a number of different things. And a lot of this to some people may seem like way out initially, you know, which it seemed to me. But I tried to gather as much facts as possible outside of the Moors to prove what we're saying. You know, a lot of times people say, well, it's y'all Moors saying this, but show me something else that's saying what y'all saying, that proves what y'all saying. So I tried to gather as much as possible. And I have a lot of information here to share. I tried to organize as best as possible because a lot of information, and I just tried to put it in the best way so that you could be able to grasp it. I'm gonna start off speaking about a man by the name of Harsh Greeley. And he was part of a worldwide conspiracy to conceal the information that I'm about to speak on today. And there's a definite reason why this information was concealed. Harsh Greeley was the founder and editor of a paper called the New York Tribune, which was located in New York City. This newspaper was a national newspaper as well as international, and it had a profound effect on the consciousness of European people. At the time when this was put together, you know, sometimes we think that Europeans, that, you know, they've been a world power, you know, going way back to so-called Greeks and Romans time, all that's fictional. All that's fictional. They just got themselves together as recently as 1854 to 1865. This is when they finally got themselves together to govern the planet on a global level.
Do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? We've been proving to y'all that we've been having all this shit all the way up to the 1800s. White people didn't have power prior to the 1800s, the early 1800s. I want y'all to listen to this. This is he's going in. Don't be so confused and angry about the man's appearance or his chosen title that he rather go by. Just understand that he claims to be an Aboriginal. He's teaching you about lost Aboriginal history. Shout out to the brother.
I think that Europeans, that, you know, they've been a world power, you know, going way back to so-called Greeks and Romans time, all that's fictional. All that's fictional. They just got themselves together as recently as 1854 to 1865. This is when they finally got themselves together to govern the planet on a global level, as recent as that date. And this is around the time of the Civil War. And at the end of the Civil War, they was finally able to put certain things together to bring us up together. At the time, during Harsh Greeley's time, they was in a similar condition that we are in now, in the sense that you had many different white organizations at that time. They were all striving for the uplifting of their people, but they had many different ideologies, many different groups of themselves, all striving and vying with each other, sometimes bitter conflict with each other in order to achieve that goal, which is the upliftment of their people. The key role that Harsh Greeley played was that his paper, his organ, the New York Tribune, was able to gather up all those people and give them a sense of a unified context or paradigm or direction that they was all able to unify themselves behind, regardless to their different ideological differences and so on and so forth. And this is what we're hoping that the Moorish paradigm or the Moorish Renaissance that's taking place now will be able to do. That it will serve as a paradigm that will be able to unify our people irregardless of the different ideologies. You know, coming out from New York City, you know, and I sell books in Harlem on 125th Street, as well as in Bed-Stuy in Brooklyn. And being in those two places, I've come in contact with every aspect of the so-called Black movement or national or whatever you want to call it. I've come in contact with every aspect of it. Hebrew Israelites, every sect and division of Islam you could think of, Black nationalists, all different types of groups, you know. And it seems like this may be able to unify us behind a certain paradigm. A paradigm is a certain perspective or outlook on the world. And this is what we're about to get into. We're about to have what's known as the paradigm shift. We're about to come into a new paradigm, a paradigm that will allow us to rise our people up and take our rightful place in history. Horace Greeley, prior to Horace Greeley's time, the European, or what we call the white man or whatever, he was known as the red man. And they called themselves red men. As a matter of fact, Horace Greeley was a member of a political party known as the Red Men's Whigs Party.
Now let's deal with it. This red man shit is supposedly the Indian. But when we look at a red man or supposedly Indian, they always are light skinned or white people, often descendants of people who signed Dawes rolls and other rolls and paid to get on to get Indian benefits, which is what we call potentially a $5 Indian. So this is who these red men is.
Eventually, known as the Red Men's Whigs Party, which eventually he promoted to be changed to the Republican Party. The present-day Republican Party originally was called the Red Men's Whig Party. Horace Greeley, as well as Abraham Lincoln, were members of the Red Men's Whig Party. He suggested to them that they change their names to the Republican Party, and as opposed to call themselves red men, call themselves white men. And this was to set up this whole dynamic of white being pure and good and white being bad and inferior, this whole white supremacist mentality or paradigm that was being perfected at this time. Now, just to give you an idea of the power and of the influence of Horace Greeley, this was taken from a book called Horace Greeley in the New York Tribune during the Civil War. And it says in the introduction, it says, all contemporaries, friends, and foes alike testified that the Tribune exerted the greatest influence upon public opinion of any journal in the country during the period under discussion, which was the Civil War period. It goes on to say that the paper furnished the basis of a power national in scope and at times enabled the editor to mold public sentiment more effectively than even the president. Horace Greeley in that paper, the New York Tribune, actually had more influence over the mindset of European people on an international scale than even the president of the United States. Karl Marx was just the London correspondent of the New York Tribune. This was an international thing that took place here. All right. It also says that it would have been difficult to convince the great mass of rural subscribers from Western New York to Iowa that the old white-coated philosopher Horace Greeley did not pen every line in their political Bible. Herein lies the crux of the Tribune power and influence. Horace Greeley was more than the editor of a great newspaper. He had acquired an enviable reputation as an expounder of political views and had actively sponsored organizations.
See, this is when they started using the construct, the social construct. This is when they started coining themselves. This is the same system that they had been doing in ancient Rome. They've been doing this in ancient Greek. They did it in Europe. They classify. This is when they reconvert themselves into becoming what we call Americans. Remember how the 1828 Webster Dictionary said? Remember, they said it started to take change in the 1830s. The definition had already been defined in 1828. You see what I'm saying? Copper-colored people, American, copper-colored race is found here. You know what I'm saying? And then it said now apply to the descendants of Europeans. This is exactly the history that they're telling you.
Of the Republican Party on a national scale. So Horace Greeley had a great deal of influence, and he was like more or less, let's say, the point man that more or less gathered around him all these different people, covering all different various disciplines, everything from medicine to science to history. Just to give you an example, there's an article I have here called Archaeological Cover-Ups.
This is a good article right there. Shout out to everybody in the building too, by the way. Shout out to my boy Don't Do It, sent in a Cash App donation. He said, I thought you would snatch the African chain. I thought you snatched the African chain. Now, this handmade by the Tanchan. This handmade by Aboriginal. Matter of fact, one of the legends in the community. This was made by A1. This bead set with these rocks and this feather, this shit came from A1. Shout out to Tanchan this one, man. I appreciate this. I love these beads, bro. Real talk. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Drop a fire emoji in the chat, man. Can we get some likes up in the building? Can we get a few more likes up in the building, man? Y'all not hyped up yet? Y'all not hyped up enough? Well, I got something that'll hype y'all up real quick. If this don't hype y'all up, we're going to get back to the history. We ain't going nowhere. But if this don't hype y'all up as Aborigines and we trying to tell y'all Pan-Africanism dead, listen to this shit. This should piss y'all off.
No competition. Pan-Africanism has no competition. Not the pretendians, not the Hebrews. None of you are a threat to anything we do, believe, or we're working for. But what I'm asking for is this. Pan-Africanism has no competition. Pan-Africanism has no competition. Not the pretendians, not the Hebrews. None of you are a threat to anything we do, believe, or working for. But what I'm asking for is this. If the pretendians are serious about being Indians, because I've already told you, the first Americans were Africans. Let me say that again. The first people on this continent were from Africa. It was.
See, now he going against what we push. Because we push, we are the first Americans as Aborigines. And you think that we bring this information out just so we can just be known as information bringers? No, we're trying to wake our people up because we have niggas like this who's leading our people astray. This nigga is throwed off. This is the prince of Pan-Africanism, then Pan-Africanism dead. If this is your king, nigga, then you done fucked up. Listen to this nigga, man. Talking about what we need to do as Indians. This nigga got some nerve, man. Umar Johnson. You know I'm on your ass, boy. You know I'm on your ass, boy. We're going to get on your ass real quick.
About being Indians. Because I've already told you, the first Americans were Africans. Let me say that again. The first people on this continent were from Africa. It was recorded. It is written. It is archived. It's in Africa. It's in the libraries over here. The scholarship has been done. The first people here.
I bet he can't give me the year the first Africans came here. Bet he can't give me the first year. Because once we start talking about Olmecs, he can't prove that they African. When we start talking about Totec, he can't prove that they African. When we start talking about Hopewell, Poverty Point, when we start talking about Moundville, the mound builders, he can't prove that they are African. He's just lying. He be lying, y'all.
We're Africans. That's undisputable. It's in Africa. It's in the libraries over here. The scholarship has been done. The first people here were Africans. That's undisputable. Okay? But y'all don't want to admit that because you hate yourself. So, pretendian.
This nigga wiped his sweat. Look at this nigga face. He has lost his motherfucking marbles. See, this is someone who has very, very neurological damage. Shout out to my brother Al TV. I'm pretty sure he done diagnosed this nigga, and we can look by the tales that he has blew a gasket with the Aboriginal people. I'm sorry, brother. Nothing that you say, nothing that you can do with the largest following you have can stop the Aboriginal American Indian movement. Umar Johnson, there's nothing you can say. And I knew it done flipped your mind out. I know it got you looking crazy. You ready to snap out. You need to be working on getting that school up together. The Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass Academy of Africa, nigga. Get that shit together. Because Big Al might do a pull-up as soon as you get your lights on. As soon as you get your lights on, I'm going to pull up to Wilmington, Delaware, to your school, and I'm going to challenge you, and I'm going to show your students how you a fraud and you don't know history. Stop teaching our people that they motherfucking Africans, man. Look at this nigga face, man. He done blew a gasket, man.
The first people here were Africans. That's undisputable. Okay? But y'all don't want to admit that because you hate yourself. So, pretendians, where are your institutions? If you want people to join your fictitious nation, you have to have institutions for these people. Where are the pretendian communities? Where are the pretendian casinos? Where are the pretendian reserves? You don't have none, and you're never going to get none. And I'm going to tell you why. None.
Bitch, we don't need no casino. Let me go and get this shit out the way. Bitch, we don't need no motherfucking casinos. And bitch, we ain't gonna get put on no motherfucking reservation in the middle of nowhere in some rocky ass dirt, nigga. We gonna stay right where we at in nigga land, which is our shit, and we gonna thrive, and we gonna wake up our people in our community, making this whole goddamn North America Aboriginal again. That's what Trump was talking about. MAGA is make ancient America great again. That's MAGA. Make ancient America great again. We're going to make America ancient and great again. Nigga, this nigga can't stop nothing that we doing, man. We don't got to have no, what you mean institutions? What you mean? This big Aboriginal Power University. You going to get the, man, we got scientists, archaeologists. We got motherfucking, fuck, you made me forget what the fuck I was about to say. Nigga, we got psychologists in this motherfucker. Shout out to LTV, the Aboriginal psychologist. You need one of these at your school, man. Because we're going to diagnose you, man. You're dealing with crackatosis. You've been told these African stories, and now there's them beat on your consciousness and your understanding and your common sense and your rational thinking that you're dealing with transgenerational trauma. I'm going to say it again. He's dealing with transgenerational trauma. This is trauma that has been inserted into his brain of brutal abuse that never happened, and he's been passed down. Now he's running off with it as he's the prince of emotional Africanism. We got to let that shit go, brothers. We got to let that shit go, Umar.
Pretendian communities. Where are the pretendian casinos? Where are the pretendian reserves? You don't have none, and you're never going to get none. And I'm going to tell you why. None of the leaders of the pretendian community, not one of them, is an institution builder or an activist. Not one. Let me say it again. I need my millennial gang to listen up, because y'all the ones they brainwash.
Listen, we ain't brainwashing shit. Don't try to lie to my millennials. You setting up in these charter schools, teaching them Melville Herkovich, Frank Boas, and the rest of these sellout Negroes history, when we taking it back to the root of shit. Coming to Big Ab University is the equivalent to being homeschooled by someone who nurtures and got love for you. Coming over here to Big Aboriginal Power University is like being homeschooled by someone who nurtures you and has love for you. We're not trying to here to indoctrinate you. We just here to tell you the truth. Sometimes it hurt when I tell niggas the truth. See, niggas laugh at you. You talk this feel good. I'm the Prince of Pan-Africanism, wiping this motherfucking sweat and shit. Man, calm down, bro. Take a motherfucking chill pill. It ain't shit that this nigga Umar Johnson can say. Nigga, we don't need reservations. The Pan-African movement been around since 1917. You had over 100 years to provide something for melanated Negroes across North America. Y'all have provided nothing. You don't even have the ability to even open your mouth about Pan-Africanism and what they provide to the people. The Aboriginal movement been around since 2012. We're just now in our grassroots stages. We're just now started to develop in the process and changing the narrative. And the narratives have been changed. You're starting to hear Aboriginal niggas that was Pan-African talk Aboriginal. Niggas that was Kemetic talk Aboriginal. Niggas that was pro-black talk Aboriginal, because this is the leading science. And if some of y'all master teachers was around like David Blair, Ivan Van Sertima, Sheikh Anta Diop, Dr. Joseph Glenn Clark, and all the rest of these motherfuckers, right? They'll be talking Aboriginal shit. Just like you see some of the ones that's still around move and transition into Aboriginal conversation. This is the conversation of the nation right now. Pan-Africanism is dead. Black is whack. Aboriginal conversation is is for the nation. This is what's been talked about everywhere. It made it to No Jumper. It's on Lord Jamal's show. They seeing it on ESPN. Kyrie Irving is embracing it. Hell, goddamn Kevin Gates just did an interview with the City Girls talking about this Aboriginal culture. So it's getting out to the world. You understand me? So we got to understand, man, these people don't understand the process that it takes. Don't ask us what the fuck Aboriginals has provided when Aboriginals is grassroots. We're pretty much in the incubating baby stages compared to Pan-Africanism that been around since 1917 and has not produced anything. It's probably been one of the most detrimental problems to my people. Besides white colonization, Pan-Africanism is a part of that white colonization. That's a part of their indoctrination process to control the mind of the masses. And the majority of you niggas still think that you come from Africa because you still listen to niggas like Umar fucking Johnson. You understand me? Drop a fire emoji in the chat if you're a proud American Indian and a proud Aborigine. Drop a fire emoji.
Is an institution builder or an activist. Not one of the leaders of the pretendian community, not one of them, is an institution builder or an activist. Not one. Let me say it again. I need my millennial gang to listen up, because y'all the ones they brainwashing. I need my millennial gang to listen up. There's not a single pretendian spokesperson who is an activist or an institution builder. Every last one is a YouTubian blogger. That's it.
He don't think we activists, boy. We out here. Umar Johnson, tell me when you want to do a peel up, and I'm going to swear to God, I'm going to have 50 Aboriginals at your school, nigga. I promise, nigga. I put that on Montezuma and Chief Cornstarch. We going to have 50 Aborigines outside your school, nigga, screaming, we Aborigines, nigga. We won't smoke. With the information, with the institution, nigga, with the activism. Let's do boots on the ground. Let's go and ask each door. Let's go and knock on each door, Umar Johnson, and we're going to ask them, what tribe did your grandmama tell you that you was from? We ain't going to say Indian or African. We're just going to say, what tribe did your grandmama say they was from, and see what the fuck they say, Umar. See who get the most answers correct on their side, nigga. Let's do that. Nigga, I'll pull up. Nigga, I'm only like 30 minutes from your school, nigga. I swear to God, I'm probably less than 30 minutes from your school. I'm probably like 20 minutes from your school, nigga. 30 minutes from your motherfucking school, nigga. Use a YouTubian. I ain't never even seen your ass. Use a DVD activist, nigga, that Tariq Nasheed put on. And now you a YouTubian that built the school off the backs of the people. It took you since 2012. When we started our community, you started raising money. Nigga, what's going on, my brother? Like, don't fuck with us, bro. We'll pull up on your ass. Nigga.
That's all they ever going to do the rest of their life. Come back, pretendian spokesperson who is an activist or an institution builder. Every last one is a YouTubian blogger. That's it. That's all they ever going to do the rest of their life. Come back 20 years from now. We're going to have 20 FDMG academies.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
That's it.
That's all they ever going to do the rest of their life. Come back 20 years from now. We're going to have 20 FDMG academies.
Oh my God! Wow!
Tell you why? None of the leaders of the pretendian community, not one of them, is an institution builder or an activist. Not one. Let me say it again. I need my millennial gang to listen up because y'all the ones they brainwashing. I need my millennial gang to listen up. There's not a single pretendian spokesperson who is an activist or an institution builder. Every last one is a YouTubian blogger. That's it. That's all they ever going to do the rest of their life. Come back 20 years from now. We're going to have 20 FDMG academies. And they
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. No, I'm just playing. That shit funny as hell. But listen, let me be real with y'all. When I say the Aboriginal community had started building up around 2012, that's not to negate that people didn't have a whisper from a grandpa or a grandmama or family member that knew that they was Indian or Aboriginal, or at least not from Africa and just from this land, no matter what title they said. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the information started to take a drastic change. It started to take the world by rapid fire, start to pick up traction. You start to hear it on YouTube when it wasn't on YouTube. You start to hear the conversations and Facebook when it wasn't on Facebook around this particular time. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying people didn't know that they were Aboriginal Indians before 2012. That's stupid as hell. I'm saying that because your grandma didn't call herself Aboriginal. She said Indian. So when we start talking about Aboriginal and Tontonist, that conversation really started to pick up largely around that time frame. I just want to clarify that. But this nigga is a lunatic though, y'all. I just want to let y'all know this nigga is a lunatic. We on this nigga Umar Johnson ass. We on his ass, y'all.
institution builder. Every last one is a YouTubian blogger. That's it. That's all they ever going to do the rest of their life. Come back 20 years from now. We're going to have 20 FDMG academies, and they will still be on YouTube telling you you're not from Africa, you are a pretendian. No jobs for your kids, no security for your women, no institutions for the people, no land that they own. They are nothing but YouTubian bloggers and opportunists.
I want to give y'all that video right quick. Let's get back to the Hakeem Bey video in just a second, man. Make sure y'all thumb up the video, support the channel. Let's lock in. And let's get it cracking, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Thumb up the video, support the channel, man. We're gonna get right back to it, man.
There's an article I have here called Archaeological Cover-Ups. This is an article that was taken from a magazine called Nexus Magazine. And this is a very good magazine. If you have a chance, get a hold of it. I believe Brother Emiola from the Black Mind Builders sells this particular magazine. And this particular article, Archaeological Cover-Ups, was dealing with the Smithsonian Institute, which was founded a little bit prior or during Hardsby times.
Hey, man, listen, this nigga, hey, Mr. Aboriginal Smith, that nigga is confused. Kirkman, that's Dr. Umar Johnson. He's a doctor of destruction. This nigga literally said the Aboriginals ain't doing shit. He get 20 years plus the time he already been around to build schools. And he talking about we don't get no time. Bitch, if I had your time plus 20 more years, bitch, it'd be big power, big Aboriginal power universities all through the nation, nigga. If I raised $1 million, nigga, I'd be buying little centers and schools all over the nation, nigga. You done had 30, 50 years, boy. Your ass grew up on YouTube raising money. Boy, your ass was 25 when you started raising money for them schools. Your ass 50 now, boy. How the hell it take you that long? How the hell it take you that long, boy? You've been raising money since you was a young adult. This is the thirstiness. Umar Johnson searching for clout. I got the clout that nigga looking for. I got the clout this nigga looking for. Ain't nobody looking for you no more, man. You and Steady bagged the fuck up. Y'all ain't not getting booked no more. I remember Steady was running around. I'm booked now. I'm booked. Y'all know I'm booked. He not booked no more. That nigga look like dude from the motherfucking 5 Heartbeats singing in front of the police, trying to get back in front of the limelight. Sometimes days like this. Looking at boy, your ass is struggling. Both of these niggas struggling, man. Umar ain't even a Marcus. He might be a Marcus Garvey Jr. That's funny as hell you said that. Shout out to Shay Pink 40. This nigga Marcus Garvey Jr. This Marcus Garvey Jr. This nigga Mark, and he be lying, talking about he can't to Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass said the black man's home is in America. The Negro's house is here. That's what Frederick Douglass said when he started setting up the Civil Rights Act that Martin Luther King piggybacked off of. See, y'all niggas need to know y'all history. Stop letting these lying ass niggas be lying to y'all like this, man. Shout out to all the American Aborigines, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. Cash App and PayPal information at the bottom of the screen. If y'all have not purchased the American Gods pay-per-view, make sure y'all go purchase that pay-per-view. Make sure y'all go purchase that pay-per-view. Go purchase the American Gods.
In 1821, 1829. And it starts off, it mentions, it says, most of us are familiar with the last scene in the popular Indiana Jones archaeological adventure film, Raiders of the Lost Ark, in which an important historical artifact, the Ark of the Covenant from the temple in Jerusalem, is locked in a crate and put in a giant warehouse, never to be seen again. I'm sure you all remember that part at the end where they shipped it in. They had all these different boxes marked top secret. It goes on to say, the Smithsonian Institute is an independent federal agency. Sounds familiar? IRS, Federal Reserve, so on. An independent federal agency has been actively suppressing some of the most interesting and important archaeological discoveries made in America. Now, what they were covering up was our history in this hemisphere. At this time, this is the time when they concocted this myth that we were all brought over here on slave ships from Africa to be their slaves. This is one of the biggest lies they ever put together. You're going to see the massive proportions of the lie that they have put forward. Yeah, there were some that were brought here from Africa, but by far, the majority of us were already here. We had a civilization that went from Alaska all the way down to Chile, which they refer to as the ancient mound builders, the one who built the civilizations and built the mounds and pyramids all up and down this hemisphere. And you're going to see further what is the significance and the major role that we played as civilization here in this hemisphere. And the Smithsonian Institute was key in covering up these facts. And then they also mention it here about the Vatican and how they have an underground library in the Vatican. The walls 5 feet thick and 24-hour security. What they hiding down there? And he mentions how they have things down there that will conflict with the church's credibility or perhaps cast the official text in doubt. So they keep these things hidden. And it says, and it goes on to say, it says, when Thomas, the guy's name is Thomas, he was the director of the Eastern Mound Division of the Smithsonian Institute's Bureau of Ethnology. It says, when Thomas came to the Bureau of Ethnology, he was a pronounced believer in the existence of a race of mound builders distinct from the American Indians, the people who they're saying American with the long stringy hair, so on and so forth. He believed that there was a race of mound builders distinct from the American Indians. However, John Wesley Power, the director of the Bureau of Ethnology, a very sympathetic man toward the American Indians, had lived with some of these ones who they call Indians, and he felt sorry for them. He felt that they say he felt sorry for them, and they were treated unfairly, and that they should get the credit for this. Now remember, now they were in the process of wiping these people out, so it's easy to give credit to a people that you know you're about to wipe out anyway. It goes on and says the Smithsonian began to promote the idea that Native Americans at that time being exterminated in the Indian Wars were descended from advanced civilizations and were worthy of respect and protection. They also began a program of suppressing any archaeological evidence that led credence to the school of thought known as diffusionism, a school which believes that throughout history there has been widespread dispersion of culture and civilization via contact by ship and major trade routes. Keep that in mind, because remember, Moor means navigator. We were a maritime nation all over the planet. And keep that in mind, because we're going to get deeper into that. This says the school of thought known as diffusionism believes that throughout history there was a widespread dispersion of culture and civilization via contact by ship and major trade routes. It goes on and says, but the Smithsonian opted for the opposite school, known as isolationism. Isolationism holds that most civilizations are isolated from each other and that there has been very little contact between them, especially those that are separated by bodies of water. And this intellectual war that started...
Now listen, he's talking about how these people started using the indoctrination process, or what we call the Reconstruction period. This is right what he's talking about. When these people started to take over, when they got control around the 1830s, right after this whole construct started to be taken apart of, this is when you started to see the indoctrination process really strong on our people. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Let's get into some. I want to get into a few things right quick. Let's pull some shit up on the screen right quick, because y'all ain't listening to how these Pan-Africans are really trying to change the narrative. Let's listen.
Marcus Garvey Elementary School. This school will be ready. This school will be ready. The renovations will be done. We will be ready for you to walk through this school on Saturday, September 10th. We will be ready for the African world to come, and I want my continental Africans to come, because y'all have donated heavily, brothers and sisters. This was not an American African initiative.
So what? Can Aborigines come to the school? It'll be ready September to what? Let's run that back, because we might have to pull up that day. We might pull up.
Can world to come, and I want my continental Africans to come, because y'all have donated heavily, brothers and sisters. This was not an American African initiative. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy was not an American African initiative. Africans from the continent helped us buy this school. Africans from the continent is helping us renovate this school. Africans from Europe, Africans from the Caribbean, Africans from Australia, from Canada, from Europe, Africans from the Caribbean, Central and South America, South Pacific Africans. I even got a sister who lives in the South Pacific who donates to FDMG, brothers and sisters. We are the new Black Star Line. We are the new Black Star Line. Marcus Garvey has returned in the whirlwind, and he has come.
Oh my God. Look at this nigga face right here. He has lost his motherfucking... He literally done lost his marbles. Look at, he said the Marcus Garvey. This nigga getting hyped off a nut, boy. This nigga is... Hey, boy, calm down. Calm your Marcus Garvey and Frederick Douglass Academy ass down, man. Your ass been had that school up, nigga, didn't even have no lights. Walking through there with a helmet on with a flashlight hooked up to your helmet. Come on, bro. Come on, nigga. You doing this shit right around Aborigines, man.
To FDMG, brothers and sisters. We are the new Black Star Line. We are the new Black Star Line. Marcus Garvey has returned in the Star Line. We are the new...
That nigga didn't have to do that, though. On my mama, that nigga didn't have to do all that. That nigga didn't have to do all that extra shit, man. If you really want smoke with the Aborigines, just say something.
To FDMG, brothers and sisters, we are the new Black Star Line. We are the new Black Star Line. Marcus Garvey has returned in the whirlwind, and he has come in the person of Dr. Umar Ifa Tunde. Frederick Douglass has returned in the whirlwind, and he comes back as Dr. Umar Ifa Tunde. Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, Robert Sobukwe, Steve Biko, Amilcar Cabral, Didi Kamathi, His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Menelik II, Ya Asante, Mama Nanny, Fannie Lou Hamer, Ida B. Wells, they all come back.
Somebody gonna call the police on his ass after screaming like that. Somebody gonna call the motherfucker because he just screaming a bunch of African names and nigga ain't gonna know what the hell going on. Call the police on this nigga, man. This nigga out there tripping, kid. He need to get 302, 5150. Put his ass in the room with the padded shit and you give him that medicine in the pudding. You see what I'm saying? He done lost his marbles. This is someone who's trying to convince his motherfucking self that he's an African, that this shit is. Boy, calm your ass down, Umar Johnson. Calm down. It's okay, brother.
In the person, in the spirit. Somebody got to do the damn work.
Ooh, that nigga just got quiet and then yelled and then sniffed hard. I ain't never seen no shit like that. He got quiet, yelled, and then, yo, this nigga done blew a fucking gasket, gang. Like, yo, what's wrong with him? This nigga might got Tourette's.
Somebody got to do the damn work. These fake woke niggas, all they want to do is make I'm back in the person, in the spirit. Somebody got to do the damn work. These fake woke niggas, all they want to do is make YouTube videos and stop calling me up talking about Dr. Umar, why can't you work with him? Dr. Umar, why can't you work with him? Dr. Umar, why can't you work with her? What institution are they building, brothers and sisters? My life is serious. My work is serious. My time is valuable. You want me to work with you too?
That nigga smacked the shit out of his chest. Calm down, little buddy. Calm down. It's okay, big fella. Whoa, big fella. Calm down, big fella. Sheesh.
What are they building, brothers and sisters? My life is serious. My work is serious. My time is valuable. You want me to work with YouTubians who don't do nothing but make videos. So when you come to me and ask me, why can I work with this person? And when you come to me and ask me, why can I work with that person? You're showing me. Come to me and ask me, why can I work with that person? You're showing.
Look, that nigga about to do the little bop. He did the little bop motation. You know, when you just start rocking. Look how he did it. That's how them preachers do when they about to start saying, yes, sir. Listen to him. Watch this little bop that he do.
Me. You're showing with that person.
Watch this.
You're showing
watch
me.
One more time. Look, watch a little bop.
You're showing me how unserious you are. Because if you're serious, if you are serious about the liberation of our people, you would never ask the Prince of Pan-Africanism to work with a hustler. You would never ask the Prince of Pan-Africanism to work with a man.
Yo, why you be screaming at us like that? Yo, big fella, calm down. Okay, we get it. You like Africa, bro. Like, okay. Yo, spitting all on the camera, boy, you might got monkeypox. Boy, your ass might got monkeypox this song, fam. Shit, this nigga might got monkeypox or something. Let me wipe my motherfucking screen off. Let me wipe this motherfucking screen off, nigga. Fuck. Getting spit all over the goddamn place and shit. Calm the fuck down, little man. I don't want to have to get up on your motherfucking ass, nigga. Calm the fuck down, nigga. We ain't scared of your big ass, big fella.
To work with a hustler. You would never ask the Prince of Pan-Africanism to work with a man who hates black women. You would never ask the Prince of Pan-Africanism to work with a YouTube troublemaker. You would never ask a man like me who saves children for a living. You would.
Look at this nigga face. This is how you know he a goddamn crisis actor. Look at this nigga face. He is in the middle of the road, outside of his school, making the ugly scream face, yelling at the top of his lungs. Something got to be wrong with you. This can't be your leader. Man, if you want to get down with some real history, you want to know your real lineage, and you don't want your leader outside screaming and shit, making it all embarrassing for y'all, come over here down with the Aboriginal shit, man. If you don't want your leader out screaming and yelling and shit, come on over here to big Aboriginal shit over here, man. This nigga's a weirdo. He ain't giving y'all no history. Don't make this nigga's a preacher. This nigga's a preacher, man. This nigga using exegesis. And that's that science of the preachers be using.
Never ask the Prince of Pan-Africanism to work with a YouTube black women. You would never ask the Prince of Pan-Africanism to work with a YouTube troublemaker. You would never ask a man like me who saves children for a living. Who saves children, stops suicides for a living.
That nigga just did a whole preacher move right now. Y'all ain't even preaching. He did the stop, cut, what, That nigga, he a whole preacher. Watch this shit.
Who saves children for a living.
Watch it right here.
Who saves children, stops suicides for a living.
This nigga is gone on, boy. Your Pan-Africanism dead.
Stop suicides for a living. Who saves children, stop suicides for a living. Disrupt the school to prison pipeline for a living. You would never ask me to work with somebody who don't do shit but sit on YouTube and make videos all day. Stop comparing me to these coons. Nobody in the conscious community compares to me. Nobody. Elder.
Look at this little arm. Look at this little arm move when he see me. This nigga is a whole act. Watch his arm right here.
Nobody in the conscious community compares.
That's that Stone Cold Steve Austin movement right there.
Stop comparing me to these coons. Nobody in the conscious community compares to me. Nobody. Elder or youth. Nobody. I'm working. Where they institutions at? Elder or youth? Nobody. I'm working. The conscious.
This nigga on, boy. That nigga said that nigga did that Stone Cold motherfucker the Rock movement. He about to get. He doing a lot of movement, man. This nigga is an aggressive ass teacher, man. You need to calm your big ass down, gangsters. Calm your big ass down, man. This nigga is done lost his marbles.
This community compares to me. Nobody. Elder or youth. Nobody. I'm working. Where they institutions at? I'm working. Where they institutions at, brothers and sisters? And to the pretendians, this is what I want to say to my pretendians. My pretendians, listen.
Oh, no, he didn't just heat up the motherfucking hands like that when he tried to talk about us. Nigga, we listening. Fuck is you talking about? We all ears. The fuck you got to say, nigga? The fuck you got to say, nigga? You ain't talking to us Indians, talking about pretendians. Nigga, we big Albs. Nigga, we the Aborigines. Nigga, we the real Indians. Nigga, the first Americans. Fuck you talking about? You see how that nigga heated up his hand? That nigga said, the fuck is that? I ain't never seen a nigga do it that hard and fast. That shit crazy.
Say to my pretendians. My pretendians. Listen. This is what I want to say to my pretendians. And to the pretendians, this is what I want to say to my pretendians.
See, look, this nigga ain't supposed to move his hands like that, man. Why the fuck he moving his hands like this? What the fuck? I ain't never seen nobody come in. Most motherfuckers be like this. You know what I mean? They be like, yeah, we about to get into it. About to be some shit. That nigga said, the fuck? Calm the fuck down, little buddy. Calm down, man.
Sisters. And to the pretendians, this is what I want to say to my pretendians. My pretendians, listen.
See, my hands don't even sound that loud because my shit ain't that goddamn dry. His shit dry than a motherfucker. Ooh, his shit dry as hell. Get that boy some of that Moroccan oil. That nigga cold outside. Ain't no heat inside this building, nigga. He got that bitch cold little bitch, shivering. Talking about come down here to the Marcus Garvey Academy. Boy, your ass cold. Yeah, that was friction, nigga. Y'all remember about they teaching that in elementary? Nigga, that was friction, nigga. He was creating heat.
Brothers and sisters. And to the pretendians, this is what I want to say to my pretendians. My pretendians, listen. To the pretendian nation, pretendian, wannabe Indian, listen. To the pretendian nation, the wannabe Indians, this is what I want to say to you. This is what I want to say to the pretendians. Nobody you name is building an institution. Nobody y'all naming is building an institution. Y'all not serious, they not serious. But here's what I want to say. For those of you who are not from Africa, I respect your right.
Shout out to everybody that's not from Africa. Can I get everybody that's not from Africa to drop a fire emoji in the chat? If you are not from Africa, I want to see a fire emoji. Y'all, I want to see this bitch flooded out. It better be flooded. Make sure y'all hit that like button too, man. Thumb up the video, man. Support the channel, man. If y'all enjoying the live stream, we ain't even got started, man. We still cracking, man. We better get this shit cracking. If y'all enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, support the channel. Cash App and PayPal information is ticking across at the bottom of the screen. Make sure y'all support the real, man. They got Pan-African supporting Pan-African, but we need Aboriginal supporting Aborigines, man. This nigga done lost his mind. I better see every Aborigine. If you're not from Africa, drop a fire emoji.
From Africa. I respect your right to Africa. But here's what I want to say. For those of you who are not from Africa, I respect your right to self-hate. I respect your right to self-hate.
Oh, he slid.
So since you
this little bitch slid that in. He said, I respect. He said, I respect your right. See, I'm thinking he's gonna be nice to us. You see what I'm saying? I'm thinking he's gonna say something nice. He said, I respect your right to self-hate. What? Nigga, what type of apology, nice comment, disrespectful shit is that? That's a sneak move, man. That's some snake shit, man. Use a lost nigga, man. You loaded Lux.
From Africa. I respect your right to self-hate. I respect your right to self-hate. So since you're not African, there's no need for you to ever come to this school. Don't come to no conferences. Don't come to no conventions. Don't come to no seminar.
Oh, you big mad. You can't even look at his face. You big mad. Oh, he big mad. This nigga big mad. Damn, he feel like it. We can't come to your little funky ass school. We can't come to your school, cuz. Listen to this nigga, man.
I respect your right to self-hate. So since you're not African, there's no need for you to ever come to this school. Don't come to no conferences. Don't come to no conventions. Don't come to no seminars. Don't come to the sleepovers. Don't come to the trips. Don't come to the tours. Don't send your kids to the school.
He said, don't come to the sleepovers. This nigga got Pan-African Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass Academy sleepovers. Now that's just doing the most. That's just doing the most. This nigga got a Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy sleepover. The fuck? Boy, see these old freaky ass Pan-African. Now I'm watching you. Now I'm hitting you with the side eye like, 9 times out of 10, all the freaky niggas in the conscious community be Pan-Africans. I don't trust that one, man. I definitely wouldn't send my kids over that bitch to no sleepover. And I hope you ain't talking about grown folks, because that's even weirder to have a sleepover for grown folks.
Listen, black people have been trying to get out of oppression. Don't come to the sleepovers. Don't come to the trips. Don't come to the tours. Don't send your kids to the school. Listen, black people have been trying to get out of oppression by changing their identity for 400 years. The pretendian solution is nothing new. We've done that before. Study your history. Back in the 1800s, Africans who had a little bit of Native American blood, and the Native Americans are mixed race African people anyway. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. These Negroes don't know.
Oh, that nigga thought he said something. You hear that shit? That nigga thought he said something. Yo. What's wrong with him, y'all? This nigga thought he really said something. That's wild. Look at this nigga reaction.
Who had a little bit of Native American blood, and the Native Americans are mixed race African people anyway. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. These Negroes don't know nothing about it.
Then the nigga turned around and wiped his face. Look at this.
Anyway, Lord have mercy. Lord, Native American.
Listen, the turnaround and the face wipe just sent me over. This nigga thought he said something. Look, watch this.
Are mixed race African people anyway. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. These Negroes don't know nothing about history. These Negroes don't know. Let me get this straight. We have 4 grandparents. We have 4 grandparents. We have 8 great-grandparents. You have 4 grandparents. You have 8 great-grandparents. You have 16 great-great-grandparents. My dear pretendians, my dear pretendians, my dear pretendians, which one of your 8 great-grandparents was a Native American? How many of your 8 great-grandparents were so-called Native American?
I'm glad you asked that, brother. All of them are. All of them are. Every one of them is, brother. You want to tell you how many of them are African? None of them. None of them are African, my brother.
And I say so-called because even the Native Americans are mixed race from African. The DNA done already proved that. So they are descendants.
Look at the nigga face after he said it. And look at the nigga face after he said it. It's the look down pause for me. Watch this shit. This nigga wild.
From African. The DNA done already proved that. So the Native Americans are mixed race from African. The DNA done already proved that.
It's the face for me. That nigga looked down like he really said something. That's crazy.
And I say so-called because even the Native Americans are mixed race from African. The DNA done already proved that. So they are descendants of Africa too. So
the look down is just funny as
African. The DNA done already proved that. So they are descendants of Africa too. So you don't want to be black, but you want to identify with people who are black themselves. But let's stay with the message for a minute. Stay with the message. You have 16.
No, he didn't just clap his motherfucking hands like this. This nigga he got Tourette's. He just be flipping out of nowhere and just be going berserk. Look at this shit. The nigga slapped his hands so many times.
People who are black themselves. But let's stay with the message for a minute. Stay with the message. You have 16. Stay with the message. You have 6.
Yo, the nigga was hit like 8 slaps in 1 second, yo.
Stay with the message for a minute. Stay with the message. You have 16 great-great-grandparents. How many of your 16 great-great-grandparents were Native American? How many? I want to know their name. I want to know the date they were born, the date they died, and where they lived at. 99% of the pretendians can't name a single great-great-grandparent. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. 99% of the pretendians can't name a single great-great-grandparent. And even if you can prove that 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of your great-great-grandparents was a Native American, that's still...
This nigga just talking crazy. How many of y'all can name over 4 of your great-grandparents and prove that they are Aboriginal? How many of y'all can at least go for 4? That's half of what he wants. How many of y'all can go for 4? Most of y'all can give him every one of them all the way down. What is he talking about? Is he crazy? Is he crazy? Shout out to the proud American Indians and American Aborigines, man. Drop a fire emoji if you're a proud Aboriginal and a proud American Indian. Drop them fire emojis, man. Let this Pan-African nigga know, man.
Can't name a single great-great-grandparent. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. 99% of the pretendians can't name a single great-great-grandparent. And even if you can...
Bro, we know our grandma. Is this nigga serious? Like, is this a joke or is this fucking real? This nigga said we can't name a grandparent. Nigga, I was raised with my granny. My great-granny used to be at my granny house all the time. Like, I literally used to stay the night at my great-granny house. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? What? We can't name our grannies? What is this nigga talking about?
Lord have mercy. 99% of the pretendians can't name a single great-great-grandparent.
Okay, I got one for you. I got one for you, brother. I got one for you. Umar Johnson, can you name a single great-great-grandparent? Now, hold on, let me get my shit up there like he do. Let me do what he do. Can you name a giant, can you name one goddamn single grandparent from Africa, nigga? I'll say it one more time. Can you name a single grandparent in Africa?
Single great-great-grandparent. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. 99% of the pretendians can't name a single great-great-grandparent. And even if you can prove that 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of your great-great-grandparents was a Native American, that still means 12 were African. So if 12 of 16 great-great-grandparents were African, if 12 of 16 great-great-grandparents were African, how in the hell you a Native American when you got more African blood? How in the hell are you a pretendian?
He's talking about he can find African ancestry. Use a damn lie. You can't prove that none of your grandparents is African, nigga. I'll give you $1,000 to prove that you got 8 African grandparents. I'll shut the fuck up. If you can prove to me that you have 8 African grandparents, I won't argue with a motherfucking Pan-African for the rest of my motherfucking life. If you can show me 8 grandparents that come from Africa, Umar Johnson, from your lineage, I'll shut the fuck up. I won't say a word. I won't utter Pan-African again. You can't. You can't. I'll be dipped in shit and rolled in breadcrumb if you can show me too. I'll be dipped in shit and rolled in breadcrumb. This nigga done lost his motherfucking marbles. You can't show me a single grandparent. You can't name a single grandparent that came from Africa, Umar Johnson. 12. We're not saying we're Native American, nigga. We saying we are the first American. We saying we are the Aborigine. We saying we are the ones who created the science. We are the mound builders. We are the pyramid builders. We are, you know what I'm saying? We ain't saying we no motherfucking rock slapping TP living Native Americans, nigga.
Oh, we're African. So if 12 of 16 great-great-grandparents were African, if 12 of 16 great-great-grandparents were African, how in the hell you a Native American when you got more African blood? African? How in the hell? If 12 of 6...
How the fuck you saying 12 or 16 is African? You ain't proved shit. You just saying it. You just talking, bro. You is crazy. You ain't got proof. You was a goddamn lie. You ain't got no 12 Africans out of 16. You's a motherfucking lie. You need to quit lying on her. You lying. You're lying. You're flat out lying, fat boy.
Great grandparents were African. How in the hell you a Native American when you got more African blood? How in the hell are you a pretendian when you got more African blood? But let me get off of that for a minute. Because most black people got enough common sense and historical knowledge to know they from Africa. So I don't want to embed Illuminati too much. But let me get off.
No, you don't want to get off of it, nigga, because you think niggas don't know you. First of all, shout out to Aboriginal Rocky. Aboriginal Rocky knows Umar Johnson's mother side of the family. They from North Philly, grew up in the same neighborhood. Nobody in your mama's side talks about Africa, bro. They be saying you came back from college talking about this African shit. That's word on the streets, that you wasn't talking this shit before college. You went to college, got indoctrinated by the white man, and came back to the Prince of Pan-Africanism. That's word on the streets. Your mama and them don't go to your seminars. They not claiming to be African. Let's talk about it.
Off of that for a minute. Because most black people got enough common sense and historical knowledge to know they from Africa. So I don't want to embed Illuminati too much, because y'all not serious anyway. I don't see no plan for the pretendian nation's liberation. Can somebody please email me? I'm going to give you my email address. I'm going to give you my email address.
Listen, he said we ain't got no plan. Aborigines, Chief Holiday, Libra Son, Gretchen Hell. Email this nigga what we got going on, man. We got declarations. We got liberation plans. We got political and economic plans, brother, for the Aboriginal nation of North America. You out there screaming outside the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Calm down, man.
And I want you to email me. I'm going to give you my email address. And I want you to email me the black print for the Pretendian Nation Liberation Movement. Who is the leader of the Pretendian Nation Liberation Movement? Who?
Boy, we don't got no leaders. That's what you think. You the leader, but you a clown. So if they follow you, they getting led by a clown, nigga. We all the leaders, nigga. Each and every one of them. We got 313 people in here. Out of this 313, I guarantee 300 of them Aboriginal, and they all are leaders. Shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Y'all the realest, smartest motherfuckers out here, man. Y'all done already cracked the code and went outside of the confound box that the government wanted you to ask you in. See, that's like you said, wisdom. Shout out, that's a CIA question. He clowning right now. Talking about the Native Americans. Email me for the Black Liberation Plan. Man, this nigga's a fucking nut ass nigga, man.
Is the leader of the Pretendian Liberation Movement, because I want to see y'all economic plan. I want to see y'all political plan. I want to see y'all educational plan.
Look, he want to know so they can sabotage it. They want to know so they can sabotage it. This dude is an agent, man. They want to know. He want to know all our little plans so they can sabotage it. Why would we tell your Pan-African ass and you don't even respect what we got going on with your African ass?
Leader of the Pretendian Liberation Movement, because I want to see y'all economic plan. I want to see y'all political plan. I want to see y'all educational plan. I want to see y'all community plan. I ain't heard a solution yet from a single pretendian. All I keep seeing is fake theories about how we not from the continent. That's all I see. That's where the solutions at. Calling yourself a pretendian does not give you a job. It does not build a business. It does not stop police brutality. Calling yourself a pretendian does not give us independence. It does not build homes. It does not create factories. It does not manifest banks. Calling yourself a pretendian does not build farms. It does not build supermarkets. Where in the hell is the solution for the pretendian nation? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, have mercy, have mercy. Lord have mercy.
An African, man, listen, man, this shit is crazy. This nigga thinks that, man, this nigga is crazy. He really went into a whole speech. He trying to convince himself. Talking about claiming to be Indian, don't stop this, and it won't get you a job. Bitch, does Pan-Africanism do? Do they get you a job? Do Pan-Africanism stop you from getting shot down in the street? Do Pan-Africanism give you economic footing? Do Pan-Africanism give you political power? This nigga got the nerve to walk off like that.
Factories. It does not manifest banks. Calling yourself a pretendian does not build farms. It does not build supermarkets. Where in the hell is the solution for the pretendian nation? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, have mercy, have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Hey, now that spin around is something serious, boy. He did a long ass spin around. What the hell kind of this nigga Umar Johnson done lost his marbles, y'all. I pray he get help. I pray he get help. Something is seriously wrong with this man. What's going on, big brother A1, man? We got a Tontonist one on this thing with us. What's up with it?
Peace, 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 peace. Peace to gods, peace to galaxies. Aboriginals, North, South, Central, and the conjoining islands.
You
this
already
nigga, right? And you know the thing is, like when Umar first came out, he used to be dropping some good information. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of motherfuckers was dealing with that Pan-African shit, like, you know, because he used to do a lot of the conspiracies and a lot of the shit that was going on around the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like how the colonizers and how they was undermining certain cultures and everything. But now, you know, now he's saying we're pretending. And listen, even if we don't have none of the economical system that he just laid out, does that still not mean that we're not Indians or Aborigines? You understand what I'm saying? And when he sat there and said people can't do their genealogy, you ain't gonna find nobody in your ancestry that's a slave. This nigga said he's descendant of Frederick Douglass, who Frederick Douglass had a white mother, and Frederick Douglass was a slave because his mother was a goddamn slave. You stupid motherfucker. And like for him to be saying pretendians, like, come on, my dude. Like these people, like, you know, they want us to be African so bad. And the fact that we're sitting back, we're doing the proper due diligence and doing our own research, and we're not relying upon no European institutions to basically give us our education, you know what I'm saying, despite the fact that some of us may have been educated through some of these institutions, but we're using the same tools that they taught us to do research, and we're doing that research, and we came up with the simple process of understanding that we were already here. We ain't Africans like this man keep on reiterating. We're Aborigines, and we've been here from time of motherfucking existence, and niggas like him is just gonna be butthurt. So he could keep calling people pretendians all he want. Like I said, he going off of European scholarship and using that to basically, you know what I'm saying, to brainwash us, man. We know exactly who we are. We know exactly the whole plot,
right,
the whole conspiracy. See, this thing is a conspiracy.
Right.
And they will put other so-called Pan-African scholars out there to do what he's doing now. So at the end of the day, man, we know exactly who we are. We ain't no fucking Africans. And for him, because everything that he rides on is Africa. So for him to find out that he's an American Aborigine, like, and my thing is this, right? Why, like, what is the difference? Like, if you're not an African and your people was already here, and we're showing you that we had a greater civilization here than they had anywhere else in the motherfucking world, nigga, you'll be like, nigga, I'm right at home. Fuck all, I don't want to be part of no motherfucking the Tutsis and the motherfucking Fulanis, and I don't want to be part of none of them motherfuckers. Because ain't none of them motherfuckers ever done nothing to advance the technology in the world. We are the fucking gods and the motherfucking goddesses. And that's one thing you have. We giving you your history despite the fact that
talking about I'm Fulani, I speak this, I speak that. Man, what the fuck does a Fulani letter look like? Have y'all ever seen a Fulani letter? or Ashanti language letter,
bro. And that's what. And see,
they
and
don't
like I
have
said,
none. They don't have letters. They don't have alphabet.
you know what they do, AP? What they and then even when it comes to that, well, you don't speak no. Do you speak any of these African culture languages fluently? No, you might know a word, motherfucker, or maybe you might can say 2 words. But at the end of the day, do you speak any of this language fluently? And this is the undermine. Like you'll ask me a question, and then you ask me that in your language that's from Africa, and then repeat it back to me exactly what you said. You understand what I'm saying? Before you ask me, can I speak Nahuatl or can I speak Aniyaweya or can I speak any of these so-called languages, which we was all speaking one language, but a lot of these Indians don't understand that. They think each different tribe. How the fuck you gonna communicate with people all the way from fucking
Just
Canada
speaking
to
different
fucking
language
Peru?
per tribe.
That's right. From fucking, how the fuck you think we got trade routes all the way from fucking Canada all the way to fucking Peru if we wasn't speaking similar language? You understand what I'm saying? So I don't like at this point in time, I just be listening to what people say and I just be laughing to myself like, yo, I know that you just learned this shit. And you know what I'm saying? I know that. You ain't do no research. You relied upon somebody to teach you some shit or whatever. And then when it comes to you teaching yourself some shit, you're taking everything that white people came, like understand this. I understand this, people in the chat room, right? Understand this, right? It is a fucking conspiracy, my dude. They don't want you to know that you was here. Now, for what reason, we can pick out maybe 100 different reasons why they don't want you to know you was here. But for one reason is the motherfucking land. You understand what I'm saying? That's one of the first primary and most imperative reasons to why they don't want you to know where you at. So once you sit and motherfuckers is looking like, oh, the white man wouldn't do this. We can go around the world and see all the shit that they doing now, how they undermining different cultures. So you think that they wouldn't create a whole historical narrative and have us learn this shit? And because you sat down and you took your time to learn some pseudo information, a lot of this shit is fucking pseudo until you start cross-referencing and you start decoding, you start deciphering this motherfucking information that's out here. So for us to be here, for us to be the motherfucking American gods, for us to create mathematics, I ain't gonna say zero, because now I'm sure that we created mathematics. You understand what I'm saying? We got something that most people don't got. And for people who have been shitted on, people who have been oppressed, people who the footstool and the laughing stock of all of the immigrants that come here, you know they think that's us. But when you got this knowledge that we putting out here and we giving you something that can back any of this shit, bro. Any of this shit. Can't none of these people, I don't care who they are, can't none of them ever shit on me. Because I know my history. You know what I'm saying? A Chinese, an Indian, an African, a European, can't none of these niggas shit on me, nigga. Right. Because after I get finished telling them where their existence come from, they gonna get the fuck away from me like that.
Right. Once we start talking about how low science they is, they don't even have plumbing. They talk about our ghettos. Go look at these foreign ghettos. That ain't even talking about that. You see what I'm saying? When we start breaking this down, like we ain't taking shit from no foreigner. Like you said, Arab, East Indian, African, nobody. They all get to work. They all get.
Hey, you tell nigga, I'm a Amarucan god, nigga. The fuck is you talking about, nigga? I'm a Amarucan god, nigga. The science that you come to the Americas to learn was created by my people, nigga. Now, and Africans and all these other motherfuckers. You tell them, okay, I understand that you are intelligent, but guess what? You only proficient in our history. And see, what they think is they will go back and say that, all right, well, you know, you're African. I'm not an African, nigga, on no levels. Not an African American. My people didn't come from Africa at no point in time in reality, nigga.
Facts.
No point in timeline. None of these historical timelines did my people ever come from Africa, nigga. So at the end of the day, like I said, man, people don't want to have these conversations, man. People are still confused about this whole historical narrative that the Europeans then came. They got you thinking the Babylonians and the people from Syria and the motherfucking what the people from what's the other fucking state? I can't think of it right now. Oh, they are all different fucking people. These are all Middle Eastern. No, they all was Aborigines that came from the Amaru. You understand? So at the end of the day, man, y'all got something to be happy about these today and age. We ain't sitting up here keep beating people with the story of how people came here and took your land, or showing you in a subservient position and you're in an inferior position. Now we putting you in a superior mind state, nigga. A superior mind state. So shout out to the guys, shout out to the goddesses, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely enjoying the bill. Shout out to my brother AP, my brother Jack.
That's a fact though. And like, listen, they talk all this shit. What is the Aboriginal community doing? What is the Indian pretendians doing? We gotta be real. The Pan-African movement been around since 1917, brother. What the fuck have y'all done for Negroes in North America that they benefit off of, that came from Pan-Africanism? Nothing. Let's deal with some of y'all Pan-African scholars that claim that they was here before Columbus. Yeah, they was, but Ivan Van Sertima alluded that the Olmecs were African. Two questions. Show me an Olmec statue and language in Africa, and show me Olmec mathematics and calendar in Africa. I shut up. Other than that, we can't prove it.
Listen to this. So Taj, right? Taj said that he met up with Van Sertima, right? And he asked Van Sertima, why you not telling our people that we was already in America? He said, brother, I will get deported. You know what I'm saying? So you doing some agent shit. And even a nigga like James James, whatever the fuck his name is, or whatever, right? This nigga will tell us, oh, his family been in America for 200,000 years. Now, according to that timeline, how old is Homo sapiens sapien? How old is that? Around the same fucking time. So as long as man existed, you've been in America, and you still want us to go back to Africa prior to 200,000 years and claim some goddamn hominids? You sound stupid. You understand what I'm saying? You sound fucking stupid by even coming up with that notion. So for everybody who knows, and everybody, like I said, who tune into, whether it's AP, it's me, it's Chief, or whatever, we bring it to you the fucking technology. We bring it to you culture. We ain't bringing to you no primitive shit. Well, I've started from basket weaving by the Micmacs. I've done a lot of different builds on a lot of different shit or whatever. But this shit right here, this technology, is the most important shit, my dude, because you are the founders of this shit, nigga. So you can sit back and think that, oh, we just rappers, or nah, nigga, our people was great engineers, nigga, who didn't go to none of these universities. Well, I'm just saying some of us did go to the universities later, but we was getting downloads directly from the fucking source, nigga. From the all, from the Elohim, as I say. Whatever you want to call them, Most High, the energies that govern this universe, whatever you want to call them, we're getting straight fucking downloads, nigga. The energies that reside within us is telling you, go create a car. Boom. The next thing you got a car. Go make a motherfucking helicopter. I'm still fiberglassing over the helicopter thing.
Hey, we put our energy and shit, man. That's why I say, hey, shout out to A1, man. Hey, my favorite beads, A1. My favorite beads.
Oh, you rocking them? Let me see what you got.
You don't know no back to it.
Okay, I see your work. Okay. I see your work. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gotta understand, nigga. None of these all these coaches come to America to learn. And then, like I said, we can trace this down, like we just said. All right, a black man created the refrigerator, right? There's refrigerators all the way in motherfucking Sweden. All of these countries that Africans want to travel to, there's refrigerators, nigga. Thanks to who?
The
Exit
Negro.
American gods, nigga.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you can't
exit
see at
American
your house
gods.
at nighttime. You can flip on the light switch and that light bulb shine. Who
Now,
you
why
think
is
is
it
the
lights?
light bulb?
Exactly. Why is there cars?
Matter of fact, you get hungry and you want some potato chips. Everybody love potato chips when you want a little snack.
A peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Hey man, peace to the American guys, man.
American
How you
guys.
doing, man?
You already know the vibes.
Peace to God.
Shout out to Chief, man. We got Supreme Chief Holiday on the panel.
It's the GOAT.
You already know the
Got the
vibes.
guys on the panel, man. Shout out to the guys, man. Hey, it's real quick, you guys. I want to say peace to all American Aborigines, man. Super busy, man. I just want to tap in and let you guys know, man. I checked out the bill you guys went over on the brother channel yesterday. I kind of want to ask a couple questions about that exchange and things, or whatever, some of my observations and stuff, as well as what seems to be the problem in the community. And no matter what we try to do and we say is peace, there's still, I feel like there's this Indian Aboriginal confusion going on, right? Some people saying they're not Aboriginals, and I seen that conversation. That was the first question that you asked the brother yesterday. What was his problem by using the word Aboriginal? What was his problem with it? And he said some lame shit, that it was a doctrine. I want to talk about these things. I want to talk about him talking about white people were the first slaves here. That you're welcome as your teacher, that teach that, so that the Slavic, who the actual Slavs are, right? But then he turn around and say that his grandmother was a slave, right? Well, she was enslaved. She was married to her husband, who she served and fucked and cleaned up for, dumbasses. So when we talk about family being a house of slaves, servant being enslavement, we're having two different terms. When we talk about who the actual slaves are, that's a noun. Enslavement is an action. See, this is what we're talking about when you guys are taking information, cherry picking. You're taking Aboriginal information and then still trying to push Native American pale ass kissing culture. That's what you fucks are doing. So I want to expose this. I want to talk about it. And this is not banging, but this is the facts. We have a faction of people who came to a community that was built by Negroes for Negroes. Okay? That sprung from this soil. Now we got motherfuckers teaching that niggas are slaves from Africa to mix with black Europeans, mix with white, this and that these pale ones is here first. We got to address this, bro.
Shout out to Wanagi in the chat.
Hey, listen, like I said, bro.
You bougie ass Indians, all you niggas. Go ahead, brother.
Listen to this, right? Now, a lot of these people, they changed up a lot of these talking points, my dude, because like I said, 5 years ago, a lot of these Negroes thought they was mixed with these Mongols. Now you're gonna have some niggas who still got that same mindset. I just agree to disagree with that nonsense or whatever. But however it go, now everybody then changed their perspective on that shit, nigga. And now everybody gonna change their perspective on knowing that, first of all, slaves are Slavics. Everybody gonna change their perspective on blacks or Aborigines being slaves and give that term back to the owner of who it belongs to, okay? And I tell you another thing, right? As far as these treaties, right? A lot of these treaties wasn't written for us. How you going, listen, think about this, right? And think about how idiotic this shit sound, right? I come in your house and then I create a treaty, right? And tell you how I'm gonna utilize your house and what part of your house belong to you and what part of your house belong to me. Is anybody gonna go for some dumb shit like that? These niggas be talking about these treaties. Oh, how the fuck you gonna sign a treaty with a goddamn foreigner who ain't even from this fucking land? How? Tell me how. And niggas always talking about, oh, the 1866 treaty, not knowing that shit was made for white people. It wasn't made for, how the fuck you gonna sign a treaty and you the owner of the goddamn land?
Facts.
How the fuck somebody gonna come and take your fucking house and you in agreement to it? Think about how stupid this shit sounds.
I mean, okay, so listen, some of the stuff is just simple. Like, okay, if everybody agree that we're Americans, right? They're Americans, right? I think the problem that we have with people that they don't know how to read definitions or whatever, right? Then Americans is a noun, right? The Aborigines, right? The Aborigines, and we get back to that, or the copper-colored races, right? The copper-colored. Now we understand that the people that are designated as Native Americans as a new social construct are not copper-colored. Okay, they're not. They're not ruddy. They're not red. They're not brown. Okay. So when American Cholo and all these guys talking about brown people and all this other stuff, I see them right here. They're right here. They're brown. They're not brown. We're brown. We're copper tone. Okay. There has been appropriation, a misappropriation, and we know that it's been done through kindergarten, through all the school systems. We know this. We know this has happened. And so we have people who are pushing this while talking about liberations of Black people, which Black is another part of a social construct. So what are we doing here? Why are we not telling the truth? Aborigines denote the first inhabitants of this land. And we still got slow people saying that Ab is away from this land. What are y'all talking about? Show me that definition, please. Stop talking about what you think. No, show us what you know. Don't tell us what you think. That's stupid. Aborigines, the first inhabitants of this land. Why are we having a problem? What is the problem? So anybody that's against that is either an agent or you're stupid. Which one are you? That's my question to y'all. And also, this is a question for all you Indians out there, you American Indians. Please, if the American is in your title, right? Okay, Aborigines, right? Copperco. Okay, we know what that is, right? Please tell us, do not argue with me. Where does Indian come from and what does it mean? I've been asking this question for over a year now. Where does Indian come from and what does it mean? And if you don't know that, how are you arguing this every day? Shut your goddamn mouth. That means that you don't know enough to be talking in front of the people. That's the problem I have with y'all. Y'all sitting and listen to any goddamn fool that can read a PDF and tell a dumbass story. And now got niggas confused running around here, don't know who the fuck they are. Because most of y'all want to kiss pale asses, bro. And that's just what it is. So don't come over here acting like we don't know what y'all doing. You guys are pushing pale degeneracy, period. Please prove me wrong. Tell somebody what Indian mean. Shout out to Stephen Redclay. We have went through this 1,000 times. Why won't they tell y'all what Indian mean? And where does it come from? What tribe came up that called themselves Indians? I want to know. Please email me, cheapholiday@gmail.com, please. Now, other than that, what we're doing, we have hundreds of jobs on deck, business opportunities. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to talk about some dumb shit. I digress. I'm out, bro. Hey, I do want to talk to y'all though about the question I just asked you.
Yeah, definitely.
I know I'm going in, but
go ahead. You get a question. I come out and answer whoever.
Go ahead, Chief. Yep.
Chief, what's your question?
Well, the question was about why is there a problem between these Indians and brothers that consider themselves Atanchans or Aborigines to this land. That seemed to be a problem that the brothers just seemed they couldn't wrap his brain around, that he called it a doctrine. What does a doctrine mean? What is he talking about?
Man, did you hear what I said? What my reply was? This black Indian shit is a doctrine, nigga, because you niggas think y'all come from Native Americans. And see, the thing is, now everybody want to talk about, oh, know your genealogy, because Cormeo, and I'm saying his name again, okay, Cormeo somehow connected Negroes to being black Europeans and saying, oh, you may not be an Indian. You may not be an Indian. You got motherfucking Costa Rica doing black people genealogy. He already done fucked the history. He already done fucked the history up by making the shit ambiguous, by making it very fucking vague or whatever, and not keeping it on point or whatever, and putting it in his own terms. He got black people thinking, oh, you might not be an Indian if you was already here. You might be a black European. And these Negroes is falling for it. And then other people who learn from them. See, I'm not nobody's student. I'm a how do you say but then again, I am somewhat of a student, right? But I study life and I learn from life. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people who come forward with this information bring that information to further and advance our knowledge. Mute your mic a little bit, Chief.
Yeah, not only do motherfuckers disrespect Aboriginal, but also use it to make money off of it too.
Exactly. Now you ain't an Aboriginal and shit. Now you, and at first it wasn't none of this shit. Nobody
Can we
had a
pull up
problem.
Aboriginal, man? Can we pull this definition up?
We already listen. We already talked about this shit 1,000 times. We already pulled up the definition. Go ahead, pull it up, AP.
I mean, we can say it off the top of our head. Everybody got smartphones. So people that think that Aboriginal means away from this land, please show us where you get that from in the chat room. Matter of fact, AP, you don't have to pull it up, bro. We're tired. I'm sorry, y'all. Shade Pink, you're wrong.
And
don't mean away from this land.
Let me say this. The reason why I reference Tides is a master linguistics, my dude, when it comes to this etymology shit. And I've never heard he use the term Aboriginal. I've never heard him say the AB means away from. Never. And and a lot of people wouldn't even know about etymology if it wasn't for Tides Tariq Bey.
That's a fact. But they kept saying that you were talking about etymological fallacy, which is some Team Osiris agent talk. Exactly. This is CIA. You guys, hey, I'm gonna let y'all know, man. We definitely have some CIA agent work going on in here. Shout out to Lisa Akamak. Once again, we don't have to agree with everything, but I call you when you write on certain stuff, and you're wrong on other things. Some of us are definitely more well-rounded when it comes to this information. Some of y'all just do grandma. That's fine, but you need more than grandma if you think that you're going to be going battling the likes of Jabari's and or whatever. You're going to need more than books, because guess what? Books are references. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care who says it. If you tell me that a book is a source, I know something's wrong with you, because you have to understand that that's a reference to sources. PDFs books are references; they're not sources. So I don't want to keep going back and forth. You have to have some scientific evidence to back this stuff up. When we show you guys scientific evidence, that linguistic scientific evidence that comes from America, bones, please show us some African bones, 10,000 BC of human beings, not monkey people, of human beings. Please, can y'all please do that? Because we have evidence of human people here. Shout out to Dr. David Imhotep. Once again, we do the real work over here. We interviewed him twice. Twice. What did he say, brothers? Evidence. What did he say?
America's the grandmother.
Grandma. He loves Africa, and Africa's a motherland, but America's grandma. Now, so when you guys are going back and forth, you talk about your degrees and all these other things, just know you have been indoctrinated, because those degrees haven't helped us advance as a society. It put us into servitude. It put us into slavery, because you believe in the Kunta story, as opposed to the real story that these people came here and changed, that these people are getting reparations, social, political, economic reparations, because they were put in internment camps. So when you talk about the Freedmen Bureau, you got to keep reading into that, and who they helped more of were the Slavonic people who were let out of these hundreds, if not over 1,000 internment camps around America. Y'all have to do your work. Stop listening to the narrative that is painted by the enemy of our people. And we have people who are calling themselves Indians, calling themselves whatever, who are working against the progression of the people. Now, I know for a fact that the Aboriginal wave is what's moving. Black Indians is not moving. Pan-Africanism is not moving. Kemet is not moving. The awakening of the Aborigines of this land is moving. And you Indian niggas who are working for them, you're working for the Native American factions. You're working for the civilized tribe. We understand what has happened to our people to misclassify the majority of our people. And now these are the same people that are not reaching out to our people that are considering themselves FBA, B1, that know that they from this land, right? So you can see who's doing the agent behavior because they want to be in their little teepees by themselves. They're not spreading the information, even what grandma said. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So I know this is happening. And when people say, well, why are you against that? Well, then that shits on all the hard work and the progression that we're doing. That means that we're allowing them to come in and steer the energy into the dirt, into servitude, into slavery, into observation of them spying on us, you guys. This is what's happening. So I don't know if y'all understand that. But once again, with through all of this, we're the only builders over here. Keep that in mind. We're the only builders. Been breaking ground, been building, have more plans. Like the Olmecs or She people. Like when we get on the She code, y'all talking about Olmecs, another misnomer. Talk about the Mayan misnomer. Nobody call themselves Mayans. Nobody call themselves Olmecs. Nobody call themselves Indians. How about that? How about that? How about that? What y'all gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna be mad? How about all these words, Chickamauga and all these other words? What? Why don't y'all do some research instead of being so butthurt? Because of course these people created Cherokee. They created that. So what was it before that? Don't say Angawia, because they created that too. So please do your research. Don't just be happy to be with Tonto and him. That's all I gotta say, man. Hey, we're getting ready for the mix show, man. After this show, man, we're gonna go in live today, man. Shout out to DJ Cut Tack, man. Peace to the guys, man. I'm tired of y'all, man. Let's get to work, man. We have the real shit going on over here. It's real opportunities, real jobs. Hey, real shit's going on over here. Real certifications, real work is going on.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Hold on a second. Shout out to everybody.
What are y'all talking about?
Going in, man. Shout out to my brother Chief. Going in for sure, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all thumb up the video, man. Hit the like button. Thumb up the video. I might drop the link in the chat, man, to get some people on here to ask some questions real quick. If you want to come on and ask the question or make a quick insert to the conversation, I might drop the link, man. If we can get up to 330 likes, I'll drop the link. If we get up to 330 likes, I'll drop the link. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. Make sure y'all support the channel. Shout out to all the American Aborigines in the building, man. If y'all can hear us loud and clear in the chat, man, drop a fire emoji in the chat, man. Drop a fire emoji, man. We get up to 330 likes, I might drop the link. We get up to 330 likes, I might drop the link, man. I'm going to give y'all a couple seconds to hit the like button, share the live stream, go get something to drink real quick. We'll be back in 60 seconds or so, man. We'll be right back. Shout out to everybody in the building. We'll be right back.
Suave on the track.
Whatever it takes. The alleyway.
Coco, this your season right now.
They won't see me. They won't let me hear. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the odds wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the odds wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I can't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I put attention, all of my blood, all of my veins. They started with Perky, now that hair on them is veins. You started with serving, now them drugs drove you insane. Started with dealing, I grew up with killers, they taught me the game. I got some niggas that die behind, and that shit won't never the same. I know some niggas that lie behind, and that bullet had his name. Ain't no reason to cry about, cause that shit won't never change. MTF the 4th and P, my niggas can't get out the game. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the odds wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the odds wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I can't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah.
Lost, see, I glossed through it, shit ain't been the same. Heard the ops talking to the feds, giving names. Who gon' feed my family if they take me out the game? Keep one in the head and one eye open, that ain't change. I'm quick to catch a body. When I shoot, he shoot, I know bro shooting right beside me. Them hollow tips go through the wall and then they hit his body.
everybody in the building, man. We back. Hopefully everybody got to use the bathroom, hit the like button, thumbed up the video, and got the chance to support the channel, man. Cash App and PayPal information is ticking across at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, man, like this whole narrative of this Native American Aboriginal was cool until certain people that was in the Aboriginal community got exercised because of their ethnicity, allegedly. So it seems like after people dashed away, got up under this Corey Mayo idea, a lot of people start pushing this Black European, start going against the Aboriginal movement, which makes me, question what is that Costa Rican guy's motive? That's just my, synopsis. What is his motive? But my motive and my mission statement is strictly to wake up the minds of the American Aborigines, lost Negroes in America who don't know their lineage, who's not paying attention to their lineage, who's not really even caring about their lineage due to them being indoctrinated by the colonization process of this land. Hey, man, I want to say shout out to everybody in the building. If you are not subscribed to the channel, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button, man. It's very, very important for you guys to hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoy the content, the commentary, and the conversation, then hit the notification bell. Okay, hit the notification bell. I also want to reiterate for those that didn't get a chance to watch the American Gods pay-per-view, make sure y'all go purchase that American Gods pay-per-view, man. For those that's interested in purchasing, all the information and link is in the description box. Don't forget to send in your email. Once after purchase, the link to the actual pay-per-view will be sent directly to your email. Appreciate everybody for supporting American Gods pay-per-view. We're cooking up something real quick for you guys. We're cooking up something real good for you guys real soon. So I want you guys to understand that. So don't think that we ain't forgetting. We're gonna keep the science going. Like I said, a lot of this wouldn't even matter if it wasn't because of you guys. Y'all are just as much a part of this process of waking our people up than the next man. No one person is bigger than the whole, and we together is the whole. We the Aboriginal. You see what I'm saying? We don't die, we multiply. We're going to keep elevating. So shout out to all the Aborigines, American Indians that's dropping this information and planting the true history inside of the people's minds, and so they can wake up. You understand me? Don't withdraw negative information from people, man. Deposit positive information inside of their memory bank. You understand me? It grows with interest. Deposit positive information inside of the memory banks of the people because it comes with interest. It's going to grow eventually. You understand me? And that's the way we got to look at this whole process of understanding your lineage, recognizing your genealogy, getting a hold and the understanding and the confused part of history, and understanding that everything has been a lie and we must challenge the narrative. And if we won't challenge the narrative, we're going to be still stuck running in the same place. You're going to be like stagnant water. Water got to flow. And this water that we talking about is in the form of information. And this information is going to flow on this stream. You're actually in a part of the stream as well, you guys in the chat. You're actually on the stream. And this stream is not a stagnant stream. It's a constant flow stream of information. You understand me? So shout out to my brothers, and shout out to my brother Jaguar Omek. Peace and blessings. What's going on, my brother?
Yo, man. Salute, man. You already know what's going on, man. Getting it in, taking care of these little ones right now, man. Old lady grandma's passed, so getting all that arranged and stuff, man. But I'll be seeing people, man. Salute A1. What's up, big bro? You already know.
Peace. I just had my mic muted, man. What's up, Jack?
You already know, man. Shoot, we get it in, man. Oh, I know I be seeing in the chat, man, a lot of people, they be asking how, they still asking about genealogy, how you go about finding it, I like to iterate the fact that, you can use your family reunion packages you know, if you didn't get to make it, maybe somebody in your family might have one. You know, those usually keep the pedigrees of your lineage. So, you know, you don't have to go online and trust these sites where people can put whoever and whatever they want in these boxes and stuff, talking about they related to you and all type of stuff. So, you know, you can get it from your direct own, you know. I feel like that's the best way. Or go to your local church that your family was a part of. They also may have a pedigree of some members, you know, that you can write down, man, for your history. So I just want to throw that out there, man. But you know, good build, y'all. Y'all already know, man. Got to keep it going, man. People trying to disclaim what we own, but they can't stop the flow, man. You right, AP. It's a stream. You know what I'm saying? It's a mineral creek from the high mountain. We all we got right now. Yeah.
If you go back and look at old literature, going back in religious texts from any religion text, when they talk about going to the high mountains, they're usually referenced to a temple. So in high mountains, there's a temple, and in a temple, there's a system of knowledge to be taught. So yeah, this stream is coming from the high mountain. That's an absolute fact. You understand me? So yeah, man, we're gonna keep this shit going, man. Shout out to all the American Aborigines in the building. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, man. We got up to 330 likes, I think. No, we really didn't though, but we didn't get nobody to support the channel. But I'm gonna still drop the link in the chat. Anybody want to come on and ask the question real quick? You can ask your question and then you can hear the response back in the chat, man. We don't want to have a too full of a panel. I want to keep it regulated, keep clean and neat today. But I will drop the link in the chat for anybody want to come on and ask a couple questions. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to my nigga Cleveland Brown in the building. Shout out to Cleveland Brown. Shout out to the sister. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name, but peace to you, Empress.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Yarina. How y'all doing?
Yarina, good to meet you. Peace and blessings.
Peace.
You got a question or a statement?
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about some of this stuff that's been going on, like the confusion amongst our people. I just can't get past that everybody wants to be this, everybody wants to be that. Nobody wants to accept the truth of what they really are. And that's really annoying because, I mean, I be on other like channels or panel, well, not really that many panels, and I'm like, I can see the confusion in our people. I was on another panel the other day, and I guess they happened to be, Pan-Africans, and, they really irritated me on that channel. And I usually go through just to see what they talk about building, just because us as a whole, as Black people, we are Black, even though we are different nationalities. And then it got to a whole thing where they had to try to tell me what I am. And I'm like, how the fuck can you, supposedly Pan-African, tell me what I am? And I'm telling you by what my great-grandmother said when she was born in the 1920s. And so it just didn't make sense to me. It just didn't make sense. And then I said, so they kept telling me, okay, so if your people's been here in America, can you go back and trace back all the way to the 1600s or 1400s? And then I asked them, can they do that? They gonna rightfully tell me that they basically are accepting that they have lost documents. I said, so you claiming lost documents of some shit that you don't really know what you are? Because if you found them documents, you may not be what you say you are. So now you sound fucking stupid. Excuse my language. I don't know if we can cuss on here. But yeah, they really touched me that day. I mean, what's y'all input on that real quick?
Just briefly on what you said. We've been dealing with Pan-Africans for some time now. So we're attacking with the genealogy. Oftentimes they like to go into the scientific argument. So we combat them with primaries to prove our points on that as well. We try. They pretty much dead. The Pan African community is dismantled. They're trying to hang on by bringing up the Aboriginal conversation. So other than that, man, you don't even have to deal with it. You know what I mean? We know who we are. We're not having an identity.
Right.
Hey, let me
Right.
say
And
something to
then
that.
they, oh, okay, go ahead.
So listen, understand this. See, this is the games they play, right? They will ask you, do you speak any Native American language, right? Which they don't speak, which they got an opportunity to learn African language right now, and they're not doing their due diligence to do that. But yet they will ask us, do we speak the language? Number one. Number two, they saying, can you go back in the 1400s, 1600s and prove what? What, I mean, okay, if you see genealogy and you see where your people lived at that time, it's not gonna prove that nobody got off no fucking ship. And you got some people who say that, you know, black Europeans came here and got off the ship, but you gotta understand, some people put that in a state to where that we had an empire that went all the way to Iberia, which is Europe, and a lot of people that was coming back was returnees. So they would, you look at the ship log and say, oh, look, they're coming from Europe or whatever. They don't have no slave ship wreckage. And this is the shit that they don't have. There's no slave ships, number one. Number two, there's no historical records that can prove outside of the white man going back saying, you know what, let me do you niggas a favor. Let me write in slave. Because what the European doing is he's going back and he's going over the information that he put out, and he see that we're starting to question it. So now he's starting to make documents that's made in the 2000 or made in the 21st century or whatever. And then we're going back reading these documents, believing that they're true. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to these Pan-Africans, listen, I don't know if you heard what I was saying earlier. I'm going to tell you again. All of the technology that goes around the world came from Black Americans. All of the technology. Now, these Black Americans has been falsely caused or had that stigma put on them as Black. We're not African Americans. We're not Negroes. We're not copper. I mean, we're not colored. We're not none of that shit. We are Aboriginals, and then it breaks down to what was your nation? What was the people on your nation? The reason we use Aboriginal is to tell you that I don't give them no option to think that, okay, well, I might be an Indian mixed with an African, or I might be an Indian that came here over the Bering Straits. Nah, motherfucker, I'm here from time of existence. I am a motherfucking Atanchan, meaning that the minerals that flows in this fucking land that's called the Amaru is what my genetic physiognomy is made up of. So you tell them that, and you tell them A1 said that. Peace to the goddess.
Exactly. I mean, like, I just couldn't get over the fact that how the fuck you gonna try to tell me what I am? Then you get mad because I know who I am, but you going around listening to what the white man tell you and you just running with it, and all your research and however you get down, and that all came from the white man. So make that make sense. And then I tell them, and this is where I fuck them up at. I said, how the fuck? I don't know, I'm sorry if I'm cussing too much, but I'm like, how can Africa go get they people right now from Ukraine? Because they was being done right, but none of them still ain't never came and got y'all. Make that make sense for me. And this is what I be trying to tell them. So they can't answer that. Oh, and this is what their response be. Oh, well, they already been welcome us back over here. They ain't came and got y'all. What are you talking about?
Listen, if we go back to Africa, we're going to get treated worse than what the white man treated us. That's a fact. Because them motherfuckers in Africa treat their own people worse than white people. So that ain't up for options. And it's like, you know, talking to these people and understanding their mind state, you'll learn that them people really don't fucking like us. And the first thing that you do when you go back to Africa, they're going to try to convert you into their society and change who you are. They're going to give you that primitive, and like I said, I got a lot of African friends or whatever, but some of these motherfuckers are arrogant, they're stubborn, they think they know everything, you know what I'm saying? They're condescending, they're sarcastic, and a lot of them act like fucking savages. And I'm not saying all of them. And I know like that might be something crazy. They think they say quick, we act like savages. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of them outside of going to these universities, they can put the best suits on. They can learn how to use everything dealing with a computer. But guess what? Their culture and the way that they present themselves, you still would be like, yo, you act like a savage. I mean, you got these primitive characteristics that just doesn't look good. You understand what I'm saying? So fuck them. And at the end of the day, like I said, we already destroyed these Pan-Africans. They don't want to come over here and see us. They don't want to see us. They don't want to have these conversations.
Especially when I bring up the book that you see on the screen, Civilization of Ancient Egyptians. Man, when you get into this book written by an African that does anthropology and archaeology, he telling you out of his own African lips that everything came from America. All the African traditional dishes come from Africa. Come from America. All that. And the gig is up. And I got like 5 more different sources that support this. Going to the Mercury Encyclopedia, going to the motherfucking transoceanic voyages from and to the Americas. That's nothing.
Let me say this too, right? And listen, hey, sis, remember this too, sis, right? Now listen, some white people are telling the truth, right? But guess what we got to do? We got to check their information at the door. We cannot read something and think that, oh, a white man said that this shit is facts. No, we got to cross-reference it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, some white people information is on point and consistent with some of the stuff we talk about. But a lot of them, we have to cross-reference it, and we got to check their information at the door. With that, I'll mute my mic and let somebody else go.
All right, shout out to my brother. Hold on just a second, sister. Shout out to the sister Arena for coming on. Hope I pronounce your name right. Shout out to Dr. Deportation, open 24 hours. What's going on, brother? You got a question or a statement for the panel?
AP, shout out to you on A1, man. Shout out to the sister on the panel.
This voice sounds very, very familiar, and I'm gonna take a while to get it. That is Ray Ray.
Most definitely.
Shout out to Ray Ray. What's going on?
Here's it. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to pull up a picture of the so-called terror bird that they said roamed America.
The terror bird. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up in just a second.
Indeed.
Go ahead and build on that though. What about that terror bird real quick? And after we get done with the question, I'm gonna let y'all go back to the panel. We don't want to have it too full up here. Shout out to everybody on the panel, by the way.
They basically trying to say that this so-called big ass duck or goose terrorized this land, and his opposition basically was the so-called horse. They did something to that horse. The so-called Negro is not dealing with that horse on that level like that. You know, we don't put that much trust in nothing that big. And it's too much of a threat and a risk to ourselves and our young to even stand that close to that beast. We still gotta look at the animals. You smell me, AP?
Yeah, I feel you.
On what animals roamed this land at that time, because some of this shit not adding up.
Right.
You know, so we still gotta keep that in mind.
That's a lane we gotta get into, brother Ray, which I explored to prove that we went on the road. That's zoology. And once you get into that, man, it has a nice breakdown. I appreciate y'all for coming on. Hey, Sister Irene, you got another question?
Yeah, no, I actually just wanted to say something really quick. But what I wanted to say really quick as far as the genealogy part. So my family has land in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, And I guess we like own a cemetery in Arkansas. So to help certain people out, what my family ended up doing was they hired an attorney. So basically what we need, because I called Cherokee Nation myself, they say you need either birth certificate or death certificate between 1895 and 1905, all the way down to you, that is of your people. And then that's how you're able to see who was born at that 1895 to 1905 mark, to be able to see what's your roll number, who is that person there, because that's when they should have been in the roll number there. But so that could be like your great grandma or whoever was born at that time, and that's all you need to do that, because we have land, but then we're just about that close to that part of the roll number. That's just to help people out, if that's some kind of information to help people out as well. You could do it without an attorney, or you could do it with the attorney. Like I say, you call it the nation yourself. I mean, so I just wanted to see if I can be some kind of help to anyone who wanted to know about that. But yeah, we're like just about there, because like I said, we have those lands there, but then at the same time, the roll number is different from the land. So maybe that can be some kind of help to you guys.
Hey, we appreciate you offering that to the community, and we appreciate you for coming on. If you want to leave your email in the chat, maybe brothers and sisters would like to inquire on what you're offering. So yeah, we appreciate you for coming
Yes,
on.
absolutely. I will do. I'll leave my email in the chat. And another thing, don't feel offense to this, but they be trying to call me an Aborigine or Abo or whatever. You know, I don't really get into all that, because of the fact that, to me, it sounds like they just trying to call me a gang or something that I'm not. I tell them my name is what it is. So my name says what it says on the screen, and that's what people can address me by. I don't want to be put in no kind of category that's outside of what my mechanism is. And that's why I try to make sure they understand, because I only rock with spirit. But from that being said, hope I did not disrespect y'all on that part. Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question real quick. So, all right, real quick, right? All right, so the existence of your people, how, like, as far as from just, just making a guesstimation, right? How long do you think your people been in this land?
Can you say that again? Because you sound kind of low. What's the question?
My bad. All right, what I was saying was just a guesstimation, right? You do recognize yourself being American Indian, right?
Well, you could just say that, I guess. Everybody don't care about the terminology of the words, the American part and all that. But yes, I do consider myself, what I'm saying, as, I don't even know, like, basically indigenous to the land. Yes.
All right. So look. Okay, indigenous is I mean, that would tie you to land, right? So boom, indigenous doesn't override aboriginal. Aboriginal means first from time of existence. My name is autochthonous one. An autochthon means one sprung from the soil he or she inhabits. Now the problem is with this, right? A lot of people who claiming that they Indian, right? Some of these niggas subscribe to Africans coming over here mixing with Indians. Some of these other motherfuckers subscribe that people came from the barren streets. By us saying we're Aboriginal, we're telling people that our people been here from time of existence.
Facts.
So you can still claim, you can still use that term, but just say I'm an Aboriginal American and my tribe was exit. I mean, you want to say Cherokee or Aniyawiya, because it's not even Cherokee. So, like, and I'll tell you another thing, too. As far as a lot of these so-called tribes with these roles and everything, you got to understand, our people never went nowhere. Now, you have blacks who was already in Oklahoma, right? Now, what about the black people or the Aborigines that was already in Florida that never moved? What about the people that was in Georgia that never moved? What about the people who was in Maryland, Virginia, Carolina, New Jersey, Delaware, who never went nowhere? So we can't even join none of these roles because You understand what I'm saying? Because our people always was in the same spot that they in. So what they try to do is they try to make you go through the Native Americans for them to give you a knowledge on who you are. That's why I don't even use that route. You understand? Once I prove that my people,
well, that's really informative, and basically what I wanted to say to that is, yeah, we can say Aboriginal, Indigenous, and the way you broke it down makes sense. So, I mean, whatever you want to call it. But as far as, like you said, what happened to those people that was already there, you know, what I say to that, they try, the white man or whoever, try to push those people, at least their children, into this, want to call us African American, knowing that we're not. Yes. So now they all want to push us into that. And then now everybody's so damn confused and lost, because honestly, I try to tell them the same thing. I'm like, well, why is it that on this side of town, the $5 Indians or whatever, they look these kind of ways, but back in those towns, you know, like down south and back east, that's all native land too. And you don't see half of them people in the West over there that looks like that. So the ones over here in the West, they look Mexican and Mongolian, but over there, they don't look like that. You barely can find some damn Asians and Mexicans over there. So I told them, trying to make that make sense. So, I mean, they don't have no good point. You had a valid point. And honestly, you know, I feel it. Okay.
Are you clear on what the word American means?
I mean, I know that it originated from the white man. I know that. African did too.
Nah. The word Amaru, A-M-A-R-U. That's A-M-E-R-I. Remember, the vowels are interchangeable. The Amaru is the goddess, okay? Now, the C-A part of America is really coming from K-I, which is a word or ancient word for land. So when you say Amaru Ki, K-I, and when you think of it like this, right? When you say, all right, when you say Amaru Ki or America, that's talking about the land. When you say American, it's talking about the people, right? So now you say Amaru Kin, okay? What do we call people in the South? Kinfolks, right? So the C-A-N come from the K-I-N. And original documentation dealing with the word America, it got K-I at the end. It don't got C-A. So these people, it did not come from Alberico Van Spucci, who we don't even know if that story true. That shit might be made up. But he, according to the story, they said that he went to the Nicaraguan region of Guyana. And in that land, there is mountains called the Amaru. Now, when you go back into the real research of it, Amaru is a goddess of America, which is the land is named after. It did not come from the white people. So I just wanted to just put that out there to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like I said, shit, I'm born and raised in Turtle Island. My people go back as far as they know what they are. My great grandmother can tell her stories where back in her time and day, she knew what she was. On that side, I think there was Choctaw, Chickasaw, something like that. And the white man literally told her in school that she couldn't call herself a Native Indian or whatever they used the terminology back in those days, but she knew what she was and what she is, and my family know who they are. So we can't just try to push ourselves in the category of being African, something that I'm not, and my people didn't come from there. And I guess it offends them a lot because they're Caribbean people and all that, they come from over there. So I'm like, well, then therefore y'all over here mad at the white man, but y'all foreigners too. So y'all all need to pay up to us if anything. But you know, they get too much in their butt feelings, and I ain't got time for it. And this is why the division is, because everybody want to be something that they not fully sure and aware of, or they want to take off by white man documentary. And to me, it pisses me off because it's like, I ain't even got time for that right now. What we got time for is to learn how to build and start sweepstaking these niggas out of here. And or if not, taking their head off like they did us to get us up out of this land. So I mean, that's the only way to go, and that's how the way I feel. And you know, and I'm from California, and I'm gonna tell you, out here I'm tired of seeing all these other cultures. That's not me. out here. Real talk.
I totally agree with you, and I appreciate you for coming on once again. Hey, I appreciate you. Drop your email in the chat just in case those that want to inquire what you was offering. I appreciate you for coming on. Once again, shout out to the sister Yarina for coming on, man. We appreciate you for tapping on. We got my brother Woke is the new sleep. Do you have a question or a statement for the panel, brother?
Yeah, I'm just gonna piggyback off the fact that she was talking about the confusion and shit like that. So I was on a American Pretendians channel the other day, and he was letting me go for a while.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna go for a while on her. We ain't gonna take no disrespect. Any disrespect, we getting you the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we ain't gonna do all that. You understand me? Shout out to all the American Aborigines in the building. He's talking about I was on a Pretendian page and he let me go for a while. Not her. Not her. Shout out to the American Aborigines in the building, man.
What's one of them? Bon voyage, sayonara, oh my star.
Adios.
Adios, motherfucker. Like, nah, we not doing that shit. He's not coming here with your. We are already there. Heard everything from John Henry Clark, Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. Ben, fucking Dr. Leonard Jeffries, Chancellor William. I know every fucking talking points all the way up into the Umar Johnsons, man. I've heard every fucking every sophisticated way to try to make us Africans, even to play on our heartstring, and none of that shit work with the God. So
right.
I don't like we done heard all of the best, nigga. I done invested time into listening to brothers, and shout out to Dr. Henry Clark. I mean, regardless of what his views
we're
was.
not tolerating no disrespect to what we doing, man, because I take what we talking about and what we bring to the community very, very serious, man. Go ahead, Abe.
This shit is imperative, nigga. It's imperative that you know who the fuck you are, and it's imperative that you don't get it without cross-referencing or researching the information that these people put out here. It's okay to listen to some, or you because like Leon Pondgen, you got him. You got a couple of white scholars who put out information that was real beneficial for our advancement and our understanding to that we was here. But understand this shit. You have to cross-reference that shit. You cannot take nothing that these people put out here on face value and think that that shit pertains to your history when these people don't even know their fucking history. So how the fuck they gonna teach you something and they don't know who the hell they are, and don't want to address the fact that they are foreigner hybrids, nigga. They're hybrids, and they never want to hear that. I had a white dude the other day. I was telling him that Europeans ain't even indigenous to motherfucking Europe, nigga, or Arabia. I'm not Arabia. Arabia. That's another word for it or whatever, right? And I'm telling him that, and I said, listen. So I'm explaining to him about Mars and about Negroes leaving the Americas and going to these lands and creating these colonies. That motherfucker, at the end of the conversation, that motherfucker turned red as hell, yo. He turned red as hell. I'm ready to rock at that point in time, man, because he was looking at me like, yo, no, they don't teach that non-money grip. That shit y'all teach in school is all your story. That's all some constructed, fugazi, pseudo information.
Right.
So with that being said, understand, man, definitely understand who you are, man, and understand the semantics and the word terms that these people use to characterize you as Africans or tell you that you come from a primitive nation. And even when it comes down to you being an American Indian, they will play on that and make that shit seem like these people was primitive. So shout out to the gods and goddesses. Peace.
Right, man. Shout out to A1, man. We got the brother Lucius. I don't know how to pronounce that shit, but shout out to the gang, man. Shout out to Brody, man. Peace and blessings, man.
Peace. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Yes, miraculous visuals. Yeah. Listen, man. Y'all gotta come down to the South, man. Y'all boy gotta come down here to Charleston, South Carolina, man. All the old history is down here. All the Gullah Geechee history is down here. And it's a big battle right now, man. It's like all of the people that keep saying that they came from Africa, we came from Africa. Even the lady like Queen Kid or something like that. She's supposedly like head of like the Geechee Gullah nation down here. We already proved to her everything as far as us being here. We done proved it from the crops to the architecture to the water systems to everything. So the whole Pan-African movement down here, the dude that was the head of that, this nigga now is holding hands with the mayor, taking pictures with the mayor. Man, this shit is crazy down here, man. Y'all got to come check this shit out down here, man. There's a lot of history down here, and there's a lot of good stuff down here.
So you in Charleston, South Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay, Goose Creek, or you over on West Side? Where you at with it?
Yeah, I just left Goose Creek. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Hey, let me say something to that real quick. AP, what he was saying about Queen Quet. Yo, I had a interview with her about like 4 or 5 years ago, and I recorded that shit, and I couldn't find it because it was on my other computer, right? My other computer shut down, right? And I was explaining that shit to her, right? And she basically agreed with me, but she gave me some sorry ass explanation to why she's doing it, because she's saying that the only reason she's able to get money is by saying that she's an African that came here. And I'm like, yo, so you know your people was already here? So she was like, yes, I know all the history. So I said, why are you teaching people this shit then? Because of the funds. Because they get money for being subservient to being
That's an
a
actual
goddamn
conversation.
African.
That's an actual conversation that happened. That's an actual conversation.
Oh yeah, yeah. I done heard her say something like that before. You know, like that's the only people that support her or whatever. Man, listen, man, we got islands over here. We got castles over here. Man, we got the whole slave market down here, man.
A lot of history down there, man. The Biltmores came down to Charleston and just started reconverting them old structures to whatever. A lot of them old downtown areas and downtown Charleston is crazy. Matter of fact, I got a photo. I'll pull it up in a minute of Charleston, South Carolina in 1865. And the magnificent concrete structures with these very, very exclusive ornamentation on the buildings is exquisite in 1865. And in 1865, these buildings was already in ruin. That means nobody was even living there in 1865. So we know they had been there for some time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull those photos up. Y'all done seen them before. Shout out to all the American Aborigines in the building, man. Real talk, man. Drop them fire emojis in the chat. Thumb up the video. Share the live stream, man. Share the live stream, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Yeah, man, big bro. You got another question for us, real quick?
That's it, man. I just want to tap in with y'all, boy, man. I fuck with y'all, man. I be watching you and touching this one, man. I
appreciate you, real talk, man. I appreciate you for tapping in and really locking in with us on this episode and giving it heat. For those that's in the Charleston, South Carolina areas, hey, man, y'all do y'all due diligence, man. We need archaeologists on the ground, man. We need investigators on the ground, man. Y'all do y'all work, man. Lock in with the brother. Shout out to you, man. Drop your email in the chat just in case some brothers in your area want to link up, and y'all can go do y'all thing down there and bring that awareness to the community, man. Appreciate you for coming on once again. Shout out to you.
That's a bet.
Shout out to Brody, man. Oh, man, we got Tribe nigga in here, man. What's going on? Before we get to Tribe nigga, I got my brother Akeem T in here, man. What's going on, big brother Akeem?
Peace. What's up, Bet? What's up, A1? Hey, that American Gods build, that shit was crazy, bro. I've been watching that shit for like the last 2 days, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Niggas been at work watching that shit. That was a good build.
Watching it too, it really was, man. It was a great build, man. Matter of fact, speaking of that, man, for those that have not purchased the American Gods pay-per-view, purchase it, man. Support Aboriginal understand the information and documentary and information that we put together, man. Shout out to everybody that did support it, man. I want to say I appreciate the humble support and the love, man. But hey, if y'all have not purchased it, make sure y'all go purchase the American Guys pay-per-view. All the information is in the description box below. Go ahead, brother Akeem.
Let me ask the brother Akeem something real quick.
What's up? What's up?
About
What's
that
up, A1?
American God bill, right? What made it to the point to where you said that it was so good, like that differentiates a lot of the information that's out here already?
Good question.
But the schools, when y'all went on the schools, and y'all was talking about when JAG was going on the schools, because I ain't heard that before. I ain't never heard that we had a compulsory education system over here like how we got now, but we had our own, and they was teaching military science and all sorts of shit, as well as mathematics, advanced mathematics. We're talking about like algebra, geometry, and shit like that. Motherfuckers was learning that around the time we would be in 4th grade. They was learning that then, like an elementary type time, like when they was real young. Like I'm talking about like 8 through like 12. That's when they was learning like geometry and advanced mathematics and shit like that. I mean, I heard you do builds about the observatories that turn and swivel. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ed Power, I heard you go in on the like the structures that they had there, the ancient structures and shit. You know, I tuned in. Oh, that's why I said I'm unpacking that shit. I'm listening to that shit for the last 3 days, just going over. I got my mom listening to it too. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my girl listening to it. Anytime y'all come out with videos and builds like that, I try to put people on it.
Yet. You ain't made it all the way through it, brother Akeem?
No, I'm probably like on the 3rd hour, because I be replaying it. So I know up to the 3rd hour by heart.
Hey, that last closeout from everybody was crazy. I know I went into medical research, medicine, and hospitals.
I know you said we had antibiotics. That's a big deal. That motherfuckers made antibiotics over here, because the implementations of antibiotics just in the health field today. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big deal. That's a really, really big deal. Like, a lot of shit y'all was going in on from the people who invented it over here, that's a big deal. And that shit, like, slept on by a lot of people. A lot of people don't really peep. I know y'all using the American. That encyclopedia is a fucking gem, bro. I've been using that shit since you first came out, since y'all first started talking about that shit like 2 years ago. Bro, I've been using that shit for everything. That shit is a gem. And then when you look at the sources in that bitch, it ain't nothing like it, bro. I done read all the other old ass 1800 books and shit like that, but that encyclopedia, that shit sum up everything. My fault, I'm cooking food and shit like that. Y'all go. I'm
we put out the American Encyclopedia a few years ago, man. Let's just be real, Akeem T. It was ahead of the game. It was ahead of the game. It was light years ahead of the game, man. Literally, man. 3 years later, people just now really getting into the understanding of Aboriginal understanding, to the point where they're ready to dive into tradition, cultures, innovations that the world use. You see what I'm saying? And not only are we using American Indian Encyclopedia, we using other literature and documentations to support it. You feel what I'm saying? Even though the encyclopedia got overwhelming sources, overwhelming references. You see what I'm saying? From some of your favorite sites: National Archives, Library of Congress, Smithsonian, you name it. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's a very, very informational book, man. We're gonna continue to break down this shit to prove that we're not just primitive, that we never was primitive. There's never been a time on this existence of Aboriginals that we was primitive. If you're going back 3,000, 4,000, all the way back to 15,000 years ago, and you finding things that society called modern today, then we had to be advanced or modern then. Simple.
Facts, bro. Facts. Then y'all going on the roads. That's a big fucking deal. The roads, the highways. You know what I'm saying? How you saying, like, pretty much the highways we use right now, they just built over them bitches. Like, put some new pavement, some new concrete on that shit with some tools and shit. And was like,
sometimes they even leave the old concrete up. You can even see it sometimes. Sometimes you can even see the old block working doing these state highways. Facts, man. Shout out to my brother Akeem T, man, for being a master researcher just like us all. Before we even became implementers of the information, man, we always been master students and researchers of the game, man. That's something that we're gonna continue to do is be researchers and students of this crafting information, the theological understanding of who our peoples is, with primary documentation to prove. Shout out to my boy Tribe Nigga. What's going on, Tribe Nigga? You with us? What's up with it? You can unmute yourself. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why an American Indian told me that I don't know what I'm talking about because I be listening to Aboriginal niggas. But y'all all the same shit. Y'all talk the same shit. You just try to cape for that nigga, drop me and shit. But I was actually just trying to tell you that he shitted on you. He shitted on the Aboriginal community. He's an American pretendian. And he kept saying because I used the word Aboriginal too many times, he was like, well, yeah, you can't really debate me because you listening to them Aboriginals over there. Yeah, we don't fuck with that shit that they be talking about. So, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Why y'all niggas so stupid and divided?
Oh, okay.
Add that up for me.
My
Yeah,
bad,
you try to drop me like a bitch ass nigga, but didn't even know that I was telling you about somebody and y'all.
Listen, man, you're too loud. You're too emotional. You sound like a nagging little bitch. And y'all in my motherfucking ear with it. God damn, nigga. Shut your motherfucking nagging ass mouth, nigga.
Nah, hey, P. Look. Nah. We thought he was coming on clowning us, and he was talking about.
No, I know, dude. He stay coming on clowning, bro. I know, dude. Y'all don't know him. I know.
Okay, you know, okay, all right.
He's a clown. And he loud as hell. He was in my motherfucking ear, man. My shit stunk, man. It felt like a motherfucker was. What the fuck is that, man? Fuck out my motherfucking ear with that bullshit, man. Coming on with this old nagging ass project thought energy, man. Come on. Gotta calm that shit down, my man. We not with that. We don't tolerate no disrespect. Y'all, you can do that on y'all channels. We don't tolerate it over here. You understand me? We got serious business going on. We ain't got no issue with nobody. It's peace and love to all the American Indians and American Aborigines. Let me just say that. It's all love. We set the vibration. All right? Whew, sheesh. And that sounds like it's somebody else that be teaching that shit over there. We don't teach what you was talking about over there. You got to be a little more clear in here. There's too trolls in here. I ain't got time to navigate through the crowd on who not a troll. Come on here, motherfucker, peacefully and respectfully. State your name peacefully. You understand me?
No, to touch on that though, it do be, you know, it's factions in the community for real, because you got American Indians, people who say they American Indian or they Indian who don't fuck with the information we spitting, but the information we spitting is the basis of their whole foundation. We giving them more ammunition by saying, look, you the gods, you was doing this, you had advanced science and mathematics, you wasn't just running around butt ass naked chasing deers and shit. And motherfuckers get mad at us when we say that. Like they get mad at us when we say that. What you say? My bad.
As scholars and researchers, sometimes it's a clash of heads. If you stand on that most of the sciences come from Black Europeans, Black conquistadors, and other people, and we're saying the total opposite, why not stand on that information? Let me mute you up. You can unmute yourself when you're ready, A1. Why won't somebody stand on that information, man? I'm willing to debate anybody on what I stand on. That's why I be trying to tell these guys, man. I debate any nigga, Aboriginal, Indian, African, Arab, Hebrew, Muslim. Because I know what I'm standing on. I'm standing on the motherfucking truth. And sometimes the truth hurts you, man.
All them people you just named. My bad. Go ahead.
Nah, you go. You good.
No, I'm saying all them factions you just named, they're not gonna come with advanced science. They're gonna come with theories and a bunch of fucking beliefs and shit like that, bro. And I like to deal with the science because the science is the foundation of everything they talking about. Everything they talking about and discussing got to come right back to science. Even in the society we live in right now, majority of shit, the phones that we on and all that shit, it's all science. I'm a producer. I make beats and shit. All that shit is science. Science going to everything. Mathematics going to everything. So how you gonna talk about a culture and how great? For example, Israelites. I got a homie that's an Israelite. I be trying to put him on his information. He be like, no, nigga, you gonna go to hell because you don't believe in this shit. I'm like, well, damn, bro. Like, I'm just trying to tell you what our ancestors was doing over here, the science and shit. You getting mad at me like I'm saying some crazy shit. Like, I don't get it, bro. That's why I like to listen to like when I facts.
He indoctrinated with a
And
Bible.
that's people that's indoctrinated. And people will use those same systems from any religious indoctrination and place that same template on the Aboriginals. Code word they'll say that Aboriginal is a doctrine. When Aboriginal is not a doctrine, we don't have a religion. There's not a God. There could be different people from different spiritual beliefs that it's Aboriginal. Aboriginal is your bloodline that ties you to a particular geographical political location. And in my case, and in most of our case, our geographical location is America, specifically North America. You understand what I'm saying? So when we dealing with the people that don't have an understanding of what Aboriginal is, they'll say it's a doctrine, but can't show you a book that labels it as a doctrine. You can't find no historian that says that it's a doctrine. You can find nobody except for these new Indian pretendians who's claiming that we come from Black Europeans, which is coming dominantly from a nigga who literally come from Europeans. It's a Spanish guy. It's a Spanish guy that claims to know all this swarthy history and shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And because he's doing he's putting together and taking all his time to go on all these social media and try to build his image up. People take that shit for face value. Oh, he helped me find my family. Yeah, well, I hope he ain't help you find your family in Europe and deport your dumb ass by using some fucking ancestry.com that you can put any fucking thing into the search. You could be family members with anyone, nigga. You could fuck around, be family members with Montezuma, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people is using these false family ties to basically make you think that there's somebody that they're not. Oh, my family was there 2 years ago. You ain't even know you was Indian. How the fuck you know who your family is now? Now all of a sudden you related to everybody who's had any importance in this history or any of these names that they reference. Now all of a sudden they your family members and you ain't know who the fuck you was a couple years ago. The fuck out of here. This is a phony and shit. And see, the problem is Negroes don't question shit. Negroes believe anything. I will prove it to
They
you.
like feel good shit, big bro. They like feel good.
Yeah. Prove to me that's your family. Oh, you said this person your family. All right, well, prove it to me. Don't just go and tell yo, I've heard shit. And this shit just get crazier and crazier and crazier as we going along with people who doing the hocus pocus shit or the playing the hokey pokey with this genealogy shit. You understand what I'm saying? So understand that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
pretending that's a new word. That's some new shit. I'm just now starting to hear that. But however it go, like I said, like the brother King said, we're bringing to you something that you can gravitate and love yourself for. Not for you being some nigga running around with some fucking moccasins on and all this other shit or whatever. Not to say that we didn't have.
No, you absolutely right, man. We ain't running around no mob. Why we running around with animal skin when we literally got rubber? We got the science of rubber. We got all this science.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said, why would we be running around and animal skin when we literally got rubber and cotton? We got silk. We got silk and shit going on in the earth. Why the fuck would we run around in animal skin? That's primitive talk.
This shit, I'm telling you, from just me doing my due diligence. You understand? Me doing my due diligence. I changed my whole narrative. A lot of people that used to be talking some of this shit, I don't even agree with none of it. I agree, yeah, we Indian, we Aborigines at the end of the day. And I don't have a problem with the term Indian. But see, the thing is, motherfuckers get this shit all mixed up, talking about Indios and all this other shit. No, it means Nino Indio, children of God. That's where the term came from. And the more and more
That's
you
what
try to,
somebody else called you.
yeah, exactly. So, and I don't care if the term Aboriginal is specific. It means first time from time of existence, and you already know what the time mean. So at the end of the day, that's where you want to put yourself at. All right, well, boom, you're saying that this came from a white man, but you know what? From his definition of it, this terminology fits me because my family been here
They act
from
like
time
the
of existence.
Indian. They act like the word Indian was created by Indian.
I don't have, and like I said, and none of my rebuttals or none of my declarations, I ain't have to put Indian in it because they know what the term they like when they hear certain words, my dude. One of them is that term Moor. White people don't want you to talk about the Moors, man. And I know people. Oh, we're not Moors, and Moors came here. Moors came, nigga. America is the first land out of the water, and all of these other places where you saying people came from here. And
Yeah,
until you understand that, then you gonna stay on level one. But like I was just saying real quick, let me just finish this one thing. I know I get long-winded sometimes. But when you tell white people about Moors, they be like, yo, how you know about that? Because then when you do the research, you're gonna see that.
Hey man, let me say something real quick before you go in. I want to say shout out to everybody in the building. Can you hit the like button, thumb up the video, and share the live stream? If you enjoy the channel, you enjoy the conversation, the information, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I want to shout out to my brother Jonathan Carter for supporting the channel, sending in a cash out donation. Shout out to my brother Jonathan Carter, man. We appreciate all the support over here on the channel, man. We appreciate all the support. Shout out to Jonathan Carter, y'all. Make sure y'all show him some love in the chat. Hey, make sure y'all support the channel as well. Cash App and PayPal information is ticking across at the bottom of the screen. Make sure y'all hit that like button, though. Go ahead, big brother. I mean to cut your wisdom. We about to get ready to get out of here, too, man.
Nah, you're good. No doubt. But what I'm saying is, I need y'all where y'all masia muskoki. You understand what I'm saying? When you tell them that terminology, be like, I'm an Aboriginal, they be like, yo, they know what that term means. They're not saying AB. This shit to basically divide and conquer. Now it's using the term divide.
You going in and out, big bro. A1. You going in and out. Shout out to Big Bro. A1. He traveling. Let's get a mic check there. Y'all bear with him. He chopping up. He traveling. Shout out to Big Bro. Mic check.
Mic check. I'm actually on the turnpike, so I might be a little choppy, but nonetheless, man.
God, if you don't know your God or you don't know your goddess, go back and look at American gods, and you tell me what you are after that. I ain't going to even say nothing. You tell me what you are. You tell me what you are. If you can create something without the knowledge or just a download from the goddamn universe or something that will make your civilization function better, then what the fuck are you? If you can create something out of just a thought, you manifest stuff. That makes you a motherfucking magician, nigga, and a fucking god.
That's a fact. That's a big fact. That's a whole fact. If you can make something out of nothing that's beneficial to you, using the shit around here, that's magic, man. Most of the shit that we're describing will be magic to anybody that never seen it. And we the ones that did it for the world to see it. Nigga, the ancient magicians, the ancient gods, nigga. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Akeem T. Shout out to everybody that came on the panel. Shout out to my brother Thompson is one. Shout out to Supreme Chief Holiday. Shout out to all the American Indians, American Aborigines in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Support the channel before we get out of here. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, make sure y'all be safe. Make sure y'all be aware. Make sure y'all be vigilant. Make sure y'all stay dangerous. This your brother Aboriginal Power. And we out, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We gone. Peace.
We're still here. I still have my practices. We know who we are. This is who we are. So you can call me colored, you can call me Negro, you can call me black.
Oh, man. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me.
What kind of Indian are you?
Like Tonto Indian?
Shinnecock Indian.
Really? You're a Shinnecock?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you were a Shinnecock.
You could have fooled me.
That's the kind I am.
Hey.
So you should be Big Chief Bastard, not Old Dirty.
His family was here when Columbus landed, huh?
Is that right?
Yes.
So you are not a black man, you're an Indian.
I'm an Indian.
No kidding. No kidding. Now, this is a shock.
Now, this is a shock. We are learning more.
I don't need no gun to do my thing. Mao Zedong said that power grows out the barrel of a gun. He never said that power was a gun. That's why I don't need no gun to do my thing. What I need is some freedom. What I need is the power to determine my destiny.
Whatever it takes. Alleyway.
Coco, this your season right now.
They won't see me. They won't let me care. I gotta sleep with one eye open, you been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, hit my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I won't let them care. They won't see me care. I gotta sleep with one eye open, you been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, hit my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I can't let them care. They won't see me care. I put attention, all of my blood, all of my veins. They started with Perky, now that hair run up his veins. You started with serving, now them drugs drove you insane. Started with dealing, I grew up with killers, they taught me the game. I got some niggas that die behind, and that shit won't never the same. I know some niggas that lie behind, and that bullet had his name. Ain't no reason to cry about, cause that shit won't never change. MTF the 4th and P, my niggas can't get out the game. I gotta sleep with one eye open, you been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stern. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, hit my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I won't let them care. They won't see me care. I gotta sleep with one eye open, you been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stern. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, hit my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I can't let them care. They won't see me care.